a natural way for me to actually hit end. I don't know how to do it otherwise. There we go. I got it. I found it. A pre-work coffee hour mug and a lore shirt.
At
That's
last
awesome.
we will
Thank you
reveal
so
ourselves
much.
to the Jedi.
That's awesome.
At last
Thank
we will
you.
have revenge.
I see it. 2 very good classic orders. I love that. Definitely tell her I said thank you, and I'll try to remember to do so as well. Finish this lyric. We will stone you. They sang that in Bible times. I see Santa and I gave him a candy cane. You got to see Santa? Nice. Did he take the candy cane? Or did he say, no, not for me. That's for you. Santa has to watch his waistline. Santa has diabetes. How do I crack myself up? I gotta stop cracking myself up. And I have come to see you on behalf of Chodo Habit, our leader here. His name is Chodo. Is his name Chodo? Why am I crying? What does Chodo want with me? Whew. Am I the only one? Please tell me. I'm happy I'm not sitting here just talking crap, completely unmuted. Ugh, there goes Ursa again, getting Phantom Menace. Should have been MRSA. And I'm like all mad about it, and then I actually go live, and I'm like, hey, it's so great that you got Phantom Menace. I love that. You know? All right, anyway, here's 15 more seconds of a clip. Or like Wrecker. It's Wrecker, right? Take that, Coleman T16. Somebody clip this and send it to him, please. I'll take you anytime. I'll pit my knowledge of Star Wars against you. In this one moment, I am feeling very confident in myself. And it's past. I'm done. Rim World. It's a world of... Rim World. World where everyone...
You might think this colony humble. It was no simple...
Ski Free is... Now, I have a very important question about this wall. It's very impressive. It's very big. I don't think it's probably big enough, but also, who's paying for it? Me? Not me. I'm not paying for this. Fine. Shouldn't you be the Omega Ghoul? Isn't that top tier? Sounds like a beta ghoul to me. The Sigmas are the ones that are really in charge. You just don't know it because they don't brag. They're actually secretly the ones that are... They let the alphas think that they're in control, but really, they're the ones in control. I know far too much about this.
Sir, I just picked up an unusual sound from MedLab.
It's a lightsaber.
I have come for
Sorry.
the Jedi.
What the hell was that?
The unusual sound.
Communications just got cut.
Send a security team to MedLab, now!
Sir, what is the sound? Clearly a woman screaming. Okay. Hello. Why, hello there, everybody. Saturday kind of crept up on me this week. I was not ready for this day, but it is April 12th, 2025. It's 6 a.m. on a beautiful Saturday. that is currently 57 degrees. Might be cool enough to open that window. I might open that window. Anyway, the Phantom Menace this morning is Ursa for the, I almost said 179th, just 79th. But every day you move closer and closer. Congratulations. And then thank you also for checking in. Old School Quarter checked in, and Reaper Psychomanosis, hello. Morning, Ursa. Welcome to an inch of snow in April. No work Saturday, and it's snowing here. Wow. In April. Does it? It doesn't usually snow in April, right? I think I will open a window. I'm trying to decide which one I want to open. Do I want to open that one or that one? Theoretically, I should open both for a cross breeze. It's nice you don't have to work, though. That's pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and do this window real quick. Just bear with me. I already feel it. I'm going to open both. Excuse me. There we go. Get that nice Texas breeze coming on in, you know. It's raining here, been days. I think we needed the rain though. It's a good thing we weren't planning on going out today. Excellent. Wonderful. Does it normally snow in April though? I will have to admit, we've been unseasonably cool. Like, don't get me wrong, it has gotten a little warm some days here, but we've been relatively cool. I remember there was a clip from last year in February of 2024 when I said it was going to be like 90 degrees. No, I don't think we've hit 90. We've hit the 80s a little bit. But then like the last like 2 weeks have been pretty nice weather-wise. And of course I've been stuck in an office all day and couldn't enjoy it. Just sitting there looking out these giant windows that overlook the skyline of the city. And the trees are blowing in the light, cool breeze, and the birds are playing outside. And I'm sitting there listening to somebody go on, drone on and on and on and on about work stuff. I won't bore you with that. Texas breeze smells like barbecue, gunpowder, and patriotism. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Yeah. I just can't believe you guys are still getting snow. That's pretty wild. So today, you know, I had a really, not a rough day at work yesterday, but definitely a full day of work. My coworker was out, and so I was covering hers and getting caught up on some of the stuff I needed to do from the whole 2 weeks in the office. There's some things I was putting off a little bit. And so I finally got to do all that, and I was pretty busy all day. And I got to the end of my day, and I was like, oh shoot, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I don't have any ideas for Lego stuff. I don't have any backlog. I do have something I want to build. I need to rebuild the U-Wing because my kid really wants it, but I have to go through all of those pieces in the closet and find the specific pieces. So I need to like print off a part list, or at least get a part list somehow. So that's going to take me some time. So I thought instead, for right now, we would play this. And I'm kind of hoping that I'm going to get a sense today of like where this game is going to end and when. In fact, if I could finish it today, I think that would be pretty nice. I'm gonna say the only reason why I'm pursuing through this game at this point, I don't hate it, don't get me wrong. The only reason why I'm continuing to go through this game is because I think I'm kind of near some kind of an end. I think. So that's why I'm kind of like sticking with it. I don't want to be so close and then like not finish it, you know? But I don't think that this game has been a huge hit for me. Something's about to happen here. This is about to fill up. Fang also needs like one more cycle as well. So I'm about to go and end this cycle, I believe, right? Oh, I do have 3 Griot caps, so hang on. Before I do that, let's go give these to him. I just finished a game, my first platinum. Really? Which one was that, Mez? And thanks for checking in. And Code, hello, good morning. For New Jersey, it is strange to snow this late into April. That's what I felt like. I felt like it was kind of late. All right, we're done. We given that to Emphis. And now we can go ahead and end the cycle. The death command. It's still technically there. Cat Quest 3. That sounds familiar. Cat Quest 3. I feel like I've seen the artwork on that one. That's cool though. I recently platinumed my first game too, and it was Astrobot 2. Astrobot, what did they call it? The second Astrobot? Anyway, yeah, because that game is just it's so good. It's so much fun. Nuke Monkey Man, hello. How you doing, buddy? Yo, yo, yo. Near the end of the tutorial, you know the station is just a tutorial. Wait, what? Yeah, if this game was like a 30 to 40 hour thing, I would probably be quitting right about now. I don't know, it's fine. Like, the writing's very good. There's Fang, he's ready. The writing's very good. The story is interesting. It's just the style of game. I don't know. You guys tell me, have you guys been enjoying it? Or would you rather see something else? Cat Quest is adorable. The second one is something you could play with Zeke. That's what I was thinking. He loves cats. Cat Quest 2? I enjoyed Cat Quest 3. Glad to find there's a new game plus for it too. No way. Code?
Cheers to 20 months. 20
months. Holy cow. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. 20 months. Holy cow. We're getting close to 2 years. Oh, hang on. Let me read. Hang on. Yuck, reading. Okay. It's nice to learn the story, but it is a lot of story to read. It's a lot of reading. Yeah, they tricked me. Fang grins at you as the bay door slides open. Above, in the rest of the building, people are busy, frightened. They speak in hushed tones and organize endless meeting after endless meeting. Haven Age have avoided a full-blown crisis for now, but change is coming. Fang is in good spirits and bundles you inside before you even have the chance to greet him. What does bundles you inside? What does that mean? He throw his arms around you and make you into a little bundle and pull you in? I got Cat Quest 1 and 2 from Epic Free Games. Ooh, when did they do that? Maybe I might have one of those then. I sometimes remember to go into Epic Games and get the free games. I'm enjoying the game, but yeah, happy for the story to draw to a conclusion. Okay, cool. So what we'll do is we'll make an effort today and kind of see where we're at. Because I do think it says on the Xbox thing that it'll take about 6 or 7 hours for the story and 10 hours for like completionist stuff. And it's like, I'm not a completionist. So I feel like I got to be somewhere in the middle of that, you know? Okay. That was the slickest operation the station has seen. He hugs you firmly. You made my job easy. He shakes you by the shoulders. I'm so proud. Oh, thanks, Dad. And he smiles. I got to watch through the cameras as the Haven Age security that weren't on it assaulted the station. Fang smiled. One of them straight up just whacked Hardin with their pistol. It was beautiful. Whoa. They have him? He's being held, yeah. He looks around. I think the idea is to use him as leverage with Conway, get them to back off. Maybe they'll exile him when they're done or hand him over to some core authority. Fang shrugs. Now I know he won't be an issue. I'm going to be focusing on systems for a bit. He shakes his head, seeing as that's my actual job. He points to the ceiling. The people upstairs weren't so happy, though. They've been fielding questions about the state of the eye right and left since recording got out. People are scared. I'm not surprised. Yeah, this whole thing hasn't won me any fans in the administration, but I think in the end they'll agree that outing Hardin was worth it, whatever the methods. He touches a stack of hardware. The Eye is old and it was never meant to run like this. The master control points that Erlin and Haven Age installed, they kept it spinning from the rim. That isn't ideal. But if you're asking me if the Eye will stop spinning next cycle, no, he smiles. And me and a ton of other skilled people will be working to stop it happening in the cycle after that. Hardin's problem was that he didn't believe in people. He believed in systems, in their ability to shape the world around them. Feng squeezes your shoulder. But as far as I am concerned, people should be the ones running the systems, not the other way around. Hey, I like that. Anyway, Feng taps the side of his terminal. I know you didn't come down here for a lecture. Yeah, my tracker. Hey, Lars, good morning. That is a good accomplishment. It felt pretty good to do it on Astrobot. I was kind of surprised. I'd never done it. I'd never had the drive to do that before either, you know? But it's just such a good game. It's so fun. All right, so about my tracker, Feng. I haven't forgotten he produces a thumbnail drive. I managed to finish that code solution I showed you. It's a modified Ripper worm, one made to deactivate that tracker of yours. Let's go. But I knew there was gonna be a but. In the time since I got back, I added something extra. Oh, it's a good but. That tracker of yours doesn't just show S and ARP when you're where you are. It transmits data about the state of your body, your current condition. My worm won't just deactivate it, it'll edit that data to tell Epson ARP your body is irreparably damaged. DNR, do not retrieve, he grins wildly. Pretty smart, right? That's perfect. Just slot it already. You take the drive and hold it in your hand, then close your eyes and open up your access ports. Take down your defenses. The worm immediately enters your closed network. It whips through it, taking things with it as it goes. The moment they are gone, you forget they were ever there. They just blink out of existence. A second later, it is done. You open your eyes. How do you feel? Asks Feng a little nervously. The same. Give it time. He pats you on the shoulder and looks at his terminal screen. The logs tell me it worked, so feel it or not, you're free. Feng lets the word free hang in the air a little before he continues. Seems like it might be finally time for a celebration. Feng wraps his arm around you. Jenna still owes us those drinks, does she? He laughs and you join him, and later when you leave, you feel deeply thankful for having such a friend. As you walk away from the building, you look up at the wide curve of the Eye, up at the hub, and up at the other rim beyond it. The whole thing twinkles with lights, and it seems impossible to see it as anything other than breathtakingly beautiful. It feels, in that moment, like something eternal. That doesn't mean it can or even should last forever, or that it will never change, fade, or decay. It simply means that in this moment, this place has a future, and it is one that you know deeply and truly is worth protecting. Let's go. We got it, guys. That should mean this tracker should be gone, right? I gotta complete my actives, but like this tracker, yeah, it's gone. It's gone. They don't know where I am anymore. And Ethan's ready to talk too. Perfect timing, Ethan. The compressor is almost empty when you enter. A couple of scattered patrons in the booths and a lone bartender. The bartender recognizes you immediately when you arrive and nods, and you return the greeting. Do you guys nod like this? Like this greeting? Or do you actually like... Up and down would be a nod, right? I just do the little... Sup. Sup. You know already that you won't find Ethan here, but you had to be sure. With your tracker reporting you dead, he wouldn't have stuck around. He left. You look at the empty stool, his empty stool, and you smile. You can imagine him on it when his slate chirps, letting him know that the target he was tracking is dead. You can imagine the screaming and the swearing too. I wanted to have a confrontation with him though. I wanted to have like a final, like, you know, middle finger to his face moment with my cat mom mug. Is that all you were to Ethan? Another target, or was there something else going on? Seems like a foolish question to ask now when he's fled the station, but it bothers you anyway. I wanted to punch him in the face. You take one last look and walk out. You doubt you'll ever come back to this place or the memories it holds. You walk back out into the lights of the bright market and allow yourself a smile. This is what Feng meant when he said you were free. You could get used to this. Haha, bye Ethy. Bye Ethan. Haha. Sucks to be you. We got upgrades. Let's see. Scrap components. I can't do that one yet. I guess let's wait then. Let's keep our upgrade points. Because maybe Icebreaker might be nice, but I need 2 points for that. So let's do that, shall we? All right, let's see. What else should we do then? We got all of this stuff. Oh, we got to go back up to the job, right? We're still waiting for another job. Okay. Let's just take another shot at landing a contract. After the run you've had, this seems like the last chance. That's right. We still need to get friggin' paid, bro. Okay, well, let's look at our... I brought the Grial caps to Emphis. I can go clear the aviary. Yeah, let's go do that. Let's go this way. Wink. Cross. All right. Aviary. Boom. Nice. 100% positive. You know what? 1 positive, 1 neutral, 50-50. There. I think that was a good idea. All right, so the aviary is done. Now I can germinate spores. The old growth of the aviary has created a rich medium into which you can place the spores from the groves. They'll grow here well. Okay, so I need spores from the grove. Leave. Mushroom groves. Here we go. I need more Intuit. Oops, shoot. No, there's something there I could do. Let's see. Well, the grove mushrooms are dangerously inconsistent. Spores provide a chance to gather instead of these species in an untouched form. It's risky. Risky to my energy. Let's try that. Boom, 2 grove spores. I'm gonna do this one time, 50-50 one time. Nice. There we go, 3. Now we can leave and we can come back to the aviary. We can put the spores in here, start that. Look at this, look at all the stuff we can do. I don't know why this game said 6 hours. There's still like a lot going on here. Here's the commune. I can work the canteen. Engage or endure. There we go. Work the grow beds. 25% positive, 50% neutral, or 50-50. 50-50. Boom, we did it. Okay. I do wish there was a place to sleep here so that I didn't have to go like all the way back, you know? Grow mushrooms. Join the Haifa commune. If I was gonna join anybody, it would be the Haifa commune. But see, now in order to end this cycle, I gotta go all the way back. All the way back here to end the cycle. Let's see what happens next. Okay. Let's leave. Go eat. Oh, I can't do anything. I can't eat anything there. Uh-oh. I think there's food. Ninja Express? Can I? No, that's where I can deliver food. There's food up here, I think. Yeah, there's a bar up here. The leisure option says 20 hours. What is? Wait. That's not what the Xbox app said. Hang on. Okay, hold on. I don't know why it would lie to me. 20 hours is a little more significant. Let's see. Citizen Sleeper. it says, according to, I can't see my OBS anymore. Oh, it moved. According to this, it says how long to beat. 6 hours main story, 10 hours main plus extras, 13 hours for a completionist, and a variety of all styles, 9 hours. I gotta be right around this here, because I spent 3 hours on it the first day. I don't know. And now I'm not sure. So like I thought by that countdown happening that something big would happen there. Now I'm not entirely sure like which ending I'm headed for, you know what I mean? They don't include leisure. I think that's kind of more like all styles. I don't know. And leisure would just be like, I'm just kind of taking my time, just making my way downtown, right? Walking fast, faces passing and homebound. All right. I miss you. It's just a wholly different category. Okay. Huh. Let's go over here. Hold please. Yeah, let's do it this side. Because I have a +1 over here, I might as well use this one over here. And then do something like, let's see, that's still 100%. Okay, yeah, then do this one over here. Oh, hang on. Well, hang on a minute. Yeah. There we go. Oh, they went by a different metric, yeah. Huh. It still feels like I'm definitely not a completionist. More on the casual side, but I've also been like ending things a little earlier than probably I would otherwise, you know? Like ending cycles. Okay. Boom. All right, excellent. Now we gotta go all the way back home. Cross to rim. Both dimensions are play styles, but one measures if you're a speedrunner or casual, etc., and the other if you play the main game only, and so on. Gotcha. And cycle. I guess I have to realize I'm also reading things out loud, which inherently slows down my reading. Slows down the time, because I could probably read it faster in my brain. Emphasis ready. Emphasis preparing the griot caps. He has had to heavily adapt this recipe, he says, but the smell is already incredible. It emanates from a strange purplish white bulb you have never seen before, and he is slicing it finely. He brushes and slices the mushrooms and then places them in the wok with the sliced bulb and the oil. They caramelize there. I'm starting to... This sounds really good. In that well-worn crucible, he adds liquids, transparent and opaque, and then turns down the heat. A sprinkle of leaves is the final touch. We have a moment, sleeper, he smiles. Do you have a story? Something in the scent of the food gives you the feeling of nostalgia, something distant and melancholic. It seems like the story should match that feeling somehow, and maybe you will feel better for telling it. Recall your oldest memory. Start by explaining that when you are emulated from a person, many of your memories are left behind. Perhaps it's an intentional part of the process, a way of keeping sleepers ignorant and malleable, or perhaps it's a side effect of the imperfect emulation. You admit that you don't really know. What you do know is that some memories survive and that on occasion they come back to you like shadows passing overhead. You detail one recurring memory which, despite returning to you with enough regularity for you to think it familiar, always fades as quickly as it arrives. You struggle to explain the feeling of being whole for a moment that comes with this memory, and then how that wholeness slips away to leave you feeling like you have forgotten something important, but you just can't bring it to mind. Emphas nods throughout, cooking as he does with deft and skillful movements. You start to trail off when you realize you can't find the words to explain how the memories you do have feel like both yours and someone else's at the same time, and how that always fills you with a certain sadness. The sadness of remaining forever unknown, even to yourself. Emphas finishes cooking and meets your eye. I'm sorry, Sleeper, for your troubles. He puts the wok to one side. I appreciate you sharing with me. He smiles. I hope it lightens you a little. He passes you a bowl. He's like my therapist. He passes you a bowl and heaps the griots into it, their yellow color mixing with the pale sauce in whorls and blooms. Eat. The dish is delicious, filling. It warms you as you eat in a way you weren't even sure your body could be warmed. It's a small mercy, you think, that Epson Arp left you this pleasure. Many of the features of frames are there to simulate human experience. You know that much. Emulated minds cannot be rewired, so the need for embodied experience must be met. This is why you breathe even when you don't need air. Without that simulation, the sensation of drowning would be unbearable. Food serves another purpose. Your frame is able to metabolize it to produce energy from the raw material. Vitamins and minerals are excess of course. Your frame only needs raw power, so much is wasted, and yet, while you eat this food and feel that warmth, nothing feels wasted. It all means something to you. So do they expel their waste a lot? Like, I would think if you're not needing the vitamins and minerals, you're just processing the raw power. Anyway, too much detail. As you finish, Emphas takes the bowl, the last of his cleaning. He smiles at you, and neither of you feel the need to say anything more. Instead, you simply exchange nods and walk your separate ways back into the bright market, somehow changed. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm making friends, guys. Isn't this so cool? I'm making friends. Speed versus content. True. We're so content brained. All right, let's join the commune. Gimme. We're a Haifa member, everybody. Let's talk. Haifa dorm. Oh, I do get to sleep here. Hey, look at that. Okay, so there is benefit to being in a commune. Okay. Beautiful. What do we need to finish? It says we need to talk to Rico. You head down to the Haifa compound, following a blue painted line that's labeled laboratories. The member you were assigned to work with told you they'd asked to see you, but you still have no idea what about. The line takes you to a blue door and through to a glass roof chamber where a network of stems and leaves filters the sunlight coming through the ceiling, casting the whole chamber in a strange yellow-green. Peaceful, isn't it? Distracted by the green, you miss the woman standing at a lab bench, camouflaged by the dappled light. Welcome to my sanctuary, she smiles. Come, let us talk, she says and beckons you closer. Who are you? Of course, my apologies. She offers a hand to shake. I'm Rico. I run the botany program at Haifa. What's Haifa? She looks surprised. You've been working in the compound for a while now. I'm surprised you didn't know more. She lifts a tiny sample jar. Yellow spores dance inside. Haifa lives off the land of the Greenway. It's what allows us to live like we do. No one here pays or is paid. We sleep here. We feed each other. We work for each other. Rico walks away from the bench and waves you to follow. She opens a small door and leads you down a glass corridor surrounded by vivid green. All this, she says, gesturing at the overgrowth, is kind of a miracle. She looks at you with bright eyes. What do you think usually happens to plants on stations like this when they're abandoned? Well, they dry. Or they die, right? Eventually, yes. They cannot live without intervention. She leads you left at a crossroads, but here they endure. She smiles to herself. Actually, no, they thrived. You look at the bright tendrils wrapped around the metal frames of the corridor. They look dominant, strong, like they're taking control of this place. Rico continues. Of course, Solheim tried to create a stable biosphere here, patchworking the surface with gardens and algae tanks that feed into a network of microbial reclamation systems. But the Greenway was always envisioned as extractive, a place from which the harvest is removed and sold to those living on the station, not a closed loop. For this reason, when the collapse came, the Greenway should have gone with it. Erlen himself was so convinced of it that his first colony never even came here to try to reclaim the Eye. The Eye instead relied on outside favors and influences, shipments from the inner system, and small-scale agricultural systems like kelp and fungal farm stacks. Whew. And yet here we are, among growth and decay, a biosphere flourishing. When Haifa came here, we expected to find only vacuum-dried stalks and leaves, and perhaps some fungal colonies hidden in the mulch.
But we found a jungle. With this, Rico hits the button on the wall and leads you through a large pair of double doors into a huge, impossible chamber. It's every kind of green, from the pale algae tanks to the dark vines that surround them. It's wet too, a rarity on the eye. Condensation clouds the light from the high glass roof and gathers on the shiny broad leaves of shrubs. Did you do this? She smiles. Oh no, not me. Rico turns to you, visibly excited by the room you're both standing in. It doesn't make sense, but in many ways the system has stabilized. Unlike the farm stacks closer to the gap who needs input to support their meager output, this place runs itself. Perhaps Solheim managed something new here. Perhaps they tweaked the plants or built new systems buried deep below us, or perhaps their collapse caused some fortunate cascade, an unlikely chemical reaction within the biosphere. That's what I'd like you to help me find out. She turns to you, her forehead wet with dew. Me? Yes, you. Rico sits on a railing. These halls run deep, Sleeper, and I'm getting old. She stamps her foot on the metal grating of the walkway. Whatever is causing this, it's to be found in the groves deep in the Greenway. Haifa won't spare anyone for an expedition. It's too dangerous and unnecessary, they say. I can make the case, but I can't get the votes. You Sleepers are hardly beings. I'm sorry? I'm sorry? I know that much, and you can speak to the eye, uncover its secrets in ways I never can. She holds out an arm so you can help her stand. I'm not gonna help you stand after calling me Hardy, not hardly. Hardy me. Okay, I thought she was kind of racist for a second. I thought she was calling me like subhuman. Let's start over. You Sleepers are hardy beings, not hardly beings. Read, Nonder, read. I know that much, and you can speak to the eye, uncover its secrets in ways I never can. She holds out an arm so you can help her stand. Bring me samples, spores, seeds, and blooms, and I can grow them in the lab and study them. The deeper they are found, the better. I'll try. Thank you, she smiles, and thank you for listening. Rico leads you back out of the huge chamber and out through the passages. She's a little slower now and stumbles up on the steps. You help her where you can. It's good to have a new blood in the commune, she says. Many of us have been here a long time, and few come through. She settles back at her bench in the lab, stretching her legs. You go to leave. Come back if you find something, Sleeper, she calls. There are discoveries to be made. And you follow the blue line back up out of the compound, all the time thinking of that impossible, magical green. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Deliver spores. Okay, we're just given spores. That's nothing. That's nothing. We can gather spores here, right? Yeah, here. 50-50. There. We got a spore. Okay. So we can come back here. And we can go... Wait, sorry. Spore, start. Okay, and now we get to sleep here, which is excellent. I still had some left. Dang it. I still had some dice left. Why did I do that? Oh well, they were just onesies. Twosies. Alright, is there a place to eat around here? Oh no. It's Moritz, Sleeper. Moritz is leaning against a corridor wall. It's time. He looks away. Big job just came in. Grand finale. You're up. I'm ready. Alright then, we're in business. He pushes away from the wall. This has to work, Sleeper. Has to. If it doesn't... Is Bliss okay? He frowns. I don't think so, but she isn't hiding that from anyone. Look, Bliss has had a rough time of it. I thought you of all people would understand that. He runs a hand through his hair. Sorry, didn't mean to be... He smiles. Bliss is a good one. She gave me a chance. I owe her. I understand. He straightens up. I know you have your own things going on, Sleeper. We all do. But the Bay needs someone. Bliss needs someone. Hell, I need someone to help me keep Bliss from spinning out completely. He scratches the side of his head. Otherwise, there's not much I can do. He shakes his head, and I would hate to not pay back my debts. Moritz stretches. I've got to get back. He nods and walks away. I'm out. See you up there. All right, cool. Yeah, we can go back. We'll go get some food first anyway. Coffee and cereal. You're ready. Welcome. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one. I want to go to emphasis stall. And I want to eat. I want to eat dish. Haven't been making a lot of money recently, so I am also hoping that this job works out. Let's go up. Ascending. All right, here we go. Whoa, are those solar sails? The spurs need resetting and the system rebooting, but if you're careful, you can safely untangle some of the sail while you do this. Also have engineer. Okay. Looks like we need to do all of it, so let's go. Ooh, look at all that. Look at how much it's gonna take. Oof. Oof. Woof, woof, woof. This is gonna be a tight one, it says. $50-50. Oof, I took a lot of energy. Oof. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I got. If I'm gonna eat again, I think it should be that emphasis stall. Banana. Banana. Starting. Bare naked berry something? Triple berry crunch. That sounds amazing. Okay, so we should have 1, 2, 3, 4 die. Ooh, I'm running low on money, gang. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. Oh no. So, okay, so here's the problem I'm running into, okay? I have 1 stabilizer right now. I can buy another stabilizer for 80. I only have 90. You can't quite see, sorry, chat's covering up. I have 90 cryo. I could buy another one right now for 80. I'd only have 10 left. I wouldn't have enough for any more food. But if I bought one of those now, I could fill up the rest of my energy and have more dice to do the job. But then I'll have no money for food. And I'm gonna die. Geez, capitalism's put me in a weird spot. I guess I'm just not gonna use... If I buy one more thing of food, I don't have enough for another stabilizer. Alright. I'm just gonna... Wait, won't the commune feed me for free? Shouldn't the commune feed me for free, don't you think? I mean, not free, I work there. Alright, let's end this cycle then. So I should still have 4, I hope. I hope I still have 4. Okay, good. I still have 4. Whew. That was close. Okay. Alright, I need energy. So I got to eat. Well, hang on. Before we do that, let's go to the commune. Maybe they can feed me for free. Please, sir, I want some food. Barter for food. 16 cryo. Haifa Labs, Haifa Dorm, Haifa Commune. Commune members are expected to turn up for work assignments, and in return their needs will be met, plus energy. Okay. It's safe. It's 50-50. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Okay. Okay, you work and you get a little bit of energy. All right. All right, let's go back up. Ooh, now it's getting interesting. Now, like, I'm being stretched kind of thin. Not sure why the bear has to be naked for your cereal, but because I made this cereal and everything has to be naked if I'm marketing it. Whoa. It is an actual brand, yeah. Sleep. I'm so sleepy. Go to sleep, Bebo. Nobody wants you here. This one actually looks to be the better choice here. because this will move rigged and ready up faster. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. More than halfway. Now, next cycle, though, the problem is, next cycle, I'm only going to have 3 die. But I didn't have to eat this cycle, or I didn't have to pay for food this cycle, so I think that will help. Okay. End cycle. Okay. I hope this works. I hope that I get a giant payout after this job. That would be so nice. All right. Oof, oof. Those are some bad dice. Ugh. Ugh. All right. So I think I will just pay for the food this time. I think I'll have just enough. I think I'll still have 80. Boom. I'll have 80 for that. I'm not going to buy it right now because food will be important too. AMs can assist people to sleep with a pillow to the intake vent. Man, that's dork. That's dork. All right. Boom. Here we go. Nice, nice, nice. 50-50. Ooh, look at that. Look at us. Look at us, gang. Descend to rim. Descend to rim, please. Eat the last portion of my fries and nuggies. Delicious. Home. Okay, so this is where I need to decide. I can get my energy needs met if I spend dice at the commune. So I'm gonna buy one. I always like to have one on hand because I'm still worried that that place is gonna like run out, or they're suddenly gonna be like, we're not gonna sell it to you anymore. Okay, so we're gonna do this now. Start that. We should be stable. That means we'll get all of our dice next cycle. And we need it. Come on. Come on. We need it. We need it. Okay. Cool. We'll go spend this 2. We'll go spend this 2 on the commune. Jeez. Bum 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 bum. Give them a little bit of work. Energy. Let's go. Okay, we're figuring this out. We're using the resources of the station. If only I could figure out a way to do the stabilizer without having to pay for it. I think my life would be much better. Unlimited stabilizer. We're about halfway through the cycles here, but we're gonna make a big dent in it right now. A big old dent. Ooh, look at that. Come on. Yes. Continue. We did it. The atmosphere in the airlock is euphoric. You and Bliss keep grinning at each other like idiots. Exhausted, blinded, sore, and aching idiots. Sleeper, that was incredible. What did we do? What? She punches you in the arm. I never thought we were gonna make it. Those idiots tangled the whole thing up like nothing I've ever seen. We make a good team. Bliss smiles a winning smile. As the lock's inner door clunks open, Moritz gives a rare whoop. He looks exhausted too, and for good reason. Moritz has been the one ferrying tools and parts back and forth from the ship. His tired smile tells you he's glad it's done. Sleeper, Bliss, he shakes his head. Impressive. When I saw that ship come in, I thought there was no way. Why, thank you, Moritz, she winks, for believing in us. Moritz rolls his eyes. You know what I mean, take the compliment. He shoulders some of the gear that came back in with you and Bliss and heads to the racks to stow it. Ams, speaking of Ams, thanks for checking in. How you doing? Bliss turns to you. I think you should be the one to do the honors. She nods to the ragged-looking council that Moritz assembled. I don't want to jinx it. She smiles, but you can see she's genuinely nervous. All right, check the console. You glide over to the console and check the screen. It takes a second to see what you are doing through the flickering cracked display, but after a moment, you see the accounts. And there it is. Almost 1,000 cryo sat in the bay's transfer account. Well, Bliss calls, have we been screwed again? We did it. Bliss kicks off from the floor and spins up to the bay, shouting as she does. The noise takes Moritz by surprise, and he knocks a rack of parts, scattering handfuls of metal fixings across the bay. The sight is something, glinting steel catching the work lights like glitter. Sorry, says Bliss, grinning when she comes back down. I needed that. She kicks off and joins you at the terminal. Moritz even managed to sell that produce we made, and we made a tidy profit eventually. She laughs. Here. She loads a stack of blank into the terminal and transfers a chunk of the cryo to them. This is your cut. Let's go. Bliss hands you the... Thank you for believing in this place. She looks away and smiles, even when I couldn't. When you first met me, I was on the edge of giving up. All it would have taken was one more push. But now this place is sparking again. Work is coming in and there are funds in the accounts. Even Moritz has a spring in his step. You both look over at him, happily racking up tools. That's because of you. She punches you in the arm. He likes you. He's a good kid. He isn't bad, is he? She leans in closer. You know he came here looking to rob the place, and I gave him a job instead. Don't tell him I told you that. I just thought it might help you understand the kid. Moritz turns to look at you, and both Bliss and you awkwardly wave. Maybe it's time to change the subject. What now? From here on out, it's going to be a little easier. I'm going to look for some component contracts, stuff like that to keep us inside the bay, not out in the black. Don't need to risk our necks if we don't have to. Speaking of, am I in your game? Not really. I thought Ursa's cat was. No, they were talking about, Bebo said he's so sleepy, and Ursa said Ams can assist Bebo sleep with a pillow to the intake vent. Very mean, but you know. You're leaving for a conference in about 45 minutes. It doesn't start until 1000. Regular opens at 0900, so I'm going to leave at about 0830. Nice. I ams. Hi also. No, I ams. All right. You want to cash out? That's fine, but there'll always be work for you when you need it. I appreciate it. She smiles and then out of nowhere quickly gives you a hug. She steps back and glances around reflexively. Take care, she says softly. You too. You turn and leave. And sleeper? Yes. Don't spend that all at once. I'll try not to. 305? I'm sorry, only 305? I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about that. That doesn't feel fair to me. That doesn't feel... I was kind of hoping for more than that. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more than that. Well, shoot. Well, I guess I can now... Ah, shoot, that ship's gone. I can't make easy money there. I need to make more money. 300 sounds like a lot, and it would keep me alive for a while, but what I need is to be able to purchase either scraps or just a straight up ship mine core, because one of my drives is to build a ship mine. Where can I gather ship mine fragments, though? Does someone know? Gather 3 ship mine fragments. I need to put them in here. I only have 1, and I have no idea how to get more. Oh, it's from these places. Buy a ship mine fragment. So for 120, I would have enough. And that is all they have. They only have 2. All right, so let's go ahead and I think that'll be a good spend, because we can progress that side of the story. We only need those 2 anyway. Okay. All right, we got that. So now we can go back to the Ort Fabricator. Start. I don't remember exactly why I want a ship mined, but I have a ship mine core now. So, you know. Drive complete. Grow mushrooms, help Rico's experiment, work for Rabai. All right, cool. I need more money. Merchant freighter, haggle over prices. Nah. All right, when one of those ships comes back to unload, I need to help them. In the meantime, let's see. Collect spores. Let's do that. Hello, citizen. Sleeping well? I'm trying. People keep having me do stuff. Let's harvest some mushrooms. Once you harvest it all, you have to grow more. Okay, we got 2 random mushrooms. Matasuka caps and clubhead caps. Nice. Okay, and we can sleep here. Yeah, let's end the cycle. Doing stuff is the worst. It is. How you doing, Banj? No, it just dribbled out of me right round like a combat medic. I'm glad to be on break, but also I don't want to be sick for break. Oh no, you're getting sick. Oh no, you have the Pop Rocks things. They aren't great on the throat, but they do, they do give you that vitamin C boost. But I agree, a nice warm tea would probably be helpful. Maybe take the Pop Rocks first, and then have a nice warm tea. Okay, so I'm going to go and work here with this, just so I can get my energy back up. Shabam. All right. And then there's not really money-making opportunities in the commune, which makes sense, right? Now, what do I do with the ship mine core? I have a ship mine core now. What do I do with it? I only have encrypted keys. I guess I could probably do some more of this stuff out here in order to get more data that I can sell. That's probably a good idea. And I get the chance to get some cryo doing this anyway, so I guess we'll do that. Nice. Well, coffee. The only tea I like is Sleepy Time. Yeah, you probably don't want Sleepy Time this early, huh? Sleepy Time is very good, though. I find coffee, if my throat hurts, I find coffee to not help it that much. It seems to hurt it, but also I still drink it. Assignment grinding all weekend. 2 questions to go, but they're biggies. Nice. I believe in you. One encrypted key. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these encrypted keys, guys. Okay, I don't have a match for that one. Don't have a match for that one. Okay. Or if I go up, ascend, make hot water and lemon, that would help, yeah. Nothing up here? Nothing up here, okay. Descend. Whiskey is good on a sore throat, is it? No, I'm not code. Just take a little whiskey. Whiskey and honey, maybe. All right. I have one left here. What should I do with it? Import, export. I can sell a ship mine core. It's only 150 cryo, though. I don't want that. I can export Matasuka 80 cryo for 3 batches. 80 cryo isn't too bad. I like hot toddies. Mix it with hot water and lemon, maybe a little honey. That is a hot toddy. Nice. Okay. You know what? I bet that would feel really good when you're sick and you get a little bit of buzz going on. Oof. Oh, no. Do you have Lego sets on your birthday list? Just wondering if you have a set for next weekend. I asked the wife for the Venator, the giant, no, the little mini one that goes with that line of ships. Oh, outside of that, I don't know. We could look today to see if there's anything else. She's been asking me what she wants, what I want. And I'm notoriously I'm kind of hard to I wouldn't say really hard to buy for, but like I don't like asking for things. I'm always like, I don't need anything, and then I go buy something random on Amazon. You know, what's a hot time? When a man and a woman both love each other, or anyone else. When two individuals love each other, they make a hot toddy. Hot tatties is a funny way to say it too. But yeah, I don't know. There isn't anything out right now that I'm like, I must have that. I'm also trying not to spend as much money either. See how that's going. Mushroom groves. I could get some more spores. I could get some spores, or let's harvest mushrooms. 2 random mushrooms. We got a griot cap, a club head, and a still have a Matasuke. Okay. Let's sleep here. Tatties was only a typo. Yeah, no, I got it. I figured. All right, let's end the cycle of abuse. Mrs. Nodder did say though, she said the other day, she was like, I figured out the perfect birthday gift for you. And I was like, good, perfect. So she's gonna work her magic. Speaking of my birthday though, by the way, it happens to be on the 17th, which I believe is Thursday, right? Thank you, Amps. Ooh, really? My pay statement already? Hold on. Let me look at my calendar. I just looked at my email and said I was getting paid soon, which yeah, is true. The 15th is coming up pretty soon. Anyway, yeah, so it's Thursday. Thursday is my birthday. And the funny thing is I'm going into the office that day. However, I'm going in later, so I'm still gonna stream that morning. Yeah. So I'll be streaming that morning on the 17th still. But I do have to go in. Oh God, it just told me how old I was gonna be on my calendar. Oof. Yeah, last year you got the cat mom like this. Wait. This. Cat mom. I still use it. One of the biggest reasons why is, 1, I love it. It's cute. 2, it fits so well into my little holder there, you know? I knew what you meant. All right. So now we got a whole bunch of dye to use. Let's hope that we can make a little bit more money here. Please have, yes, we have a scrap freighter. Let's go. I feel like these are the easiest way to make some scrap, or make some cryo. Let's go. You were fast on that one, Ames. Good job. There was another sex bot. I'm not getting paid for my new job until the end of May, but the unemployment benefits stopped yesterday, so I have 6 weeks of trying to spend anything at all. Good thing my car doesn't need to go through its MOT. Oh, wait. Oh, gosh. Man, I'm so sorry. That's rough, dude. 6 weeks? Oof. Oof. They should take into account the fact that, like, you know, you don't get paid right away. It's not like they give you money the first day you start working. I wish. All right, since I'm here, I'm gonna go spend a night in my little empty container. That sounds like a teacher, yeah. Well, I hope things look up for you. Okay, I should get some energy from the commune. Spend my low dice on the commune. I just hate how I have to go all the way back and forth each time. Give me this. Gimme. 50-50. Even the negative outcome is energy. So that's pretty nice. Cross to rim. It's fine, I'll survive. I knew it was coming and I've made arrangements, but I'm just hanging in there right now like a cat on a washing line and those old posters. Hang in there. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Nice. Nice. Our condition went down a little bit, but you know, you gotta live and learn sometimes. All right, leave. There's one more cycle here. I might as well spend what few dice I have here. On make it as much as I can. But first we pay our dues to the commune. Because this way we don't have to pay for food, which is helpful. I'm already back up to 300 cryo, so that's pretty nice. Throw you in here. Shaboom. Ooh, my condition went down. Ooh. That's fine. I'm about to use another one anyway. Maybe one more cycle. Actually, this will be the last cycle for this one, so I won't be able to make any more money here anyway. Okay. And cycle. And cycle. For those of you who missed the beginning of the stream, I am trying to make a push to like maybe finish this game. It'd be nice to finish it today. Because I have my eyes set on some fun stuff for next week. But I feel like I'm close, so I don't want to just abandon this game, you know? Excuse me. Let's go over here and give our smallest dice to the commune. I mean, I don't know. I'm getting so many conflicting reports on like the how long does this game take thing. But I don't know. I can get a scrap from there. Ooh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get scrap. Ghost didn't even get to watch. He's been really busy. I wondered where he's been. But yeah, like on the completion website, it's like anywhere between, let's just say, to be fair, anywhere between 10 to 20 hours now is what we're thinking. But that's varying levels of like completionist, which I am not a completionist at all. You know. All right, wait, before we end the cycle, let's go back over here. Let's go buy another stabilizer, because I like having stabilizers on deck. There's still no sign of Sabine. I think Sabine is gone, guys. All right, end cycle. Oh shoot, no, I didn't. No, I didn't use the stabilizer. No. Crap. Gosh dang it. I didn't use the friggin' stabilizer, guys. Gosh darn it. Freak. What the? Oh, that's Sabine. She's right here breathing on me. Different Sabine, but hi, Sabine. Let's see. Remind me too this morning before we leave that I want to go look at that Cat's Quest game and see if it's something that Zeke could play or that we could play together. Harvest mushrooms. I can do one more. Let's see. Yeah, let's go and harvest. Let's go and harvest mushrooms, because I can sell some of those, and I need some for some quests as well. We got more Griot caps. We have one more Matasuke. I need one more for one of the missions. And I have spores. Another upgrade point. Nice. Give me this spores. Thank you. All right, my energy is shot, bro. It is short. Okay, so what I gotta do now. All right, do not forget to take your freaking stabilizer. Don't forget to take your medicine, Non. It doesn't work if you don't take it. I've been really good with my medicine. In fact, I'm about to go get a refill because I'm probably 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 days away from needing it. So I'm about to go get me a refill. I've been pretty proud. Oh, speaking of being proud and swallowing things, I got, because I've had such great success swallowing those huge horse tranquilizer pills from my doctor, I was like, you know what? I've been putting off a multivitamin for so long because I'm like, I don't finish that sentence. Anyway, I've been putting off multivitamins for so long because I'm like, I can't swallow pills. But when the time came that I'm like, I have to swallow these pills, like I have to do what my doctor tells me, I have unlocked the ability to swallow pills again. I think it was all in my mind. Like, yeah, I do have to kind of try a little bit and like, you know, get it just right. And I learned some tricks online for how to swallow better. Odd flex. I mean, for me. So what I did then is I looked at like all the different vitamins and stuff that I needed. And I ended up getting one of these because I was getting a little, it was like, you need this and you need this and you need these vitamins and these minerals. And I'm like, well, this is like 5 or 6 pill bottles. So what I did is I ended up getting these little men's total health packs with these. Oh geez, I did a lot of research into it. These 5 pills. It's pills. It's vitamins specifically. It's vitamins. Yeah, it's got like my omega-3s. It's got all of my vitamins and minerals. It has stuff for my digestion and gut health. Helps stuff for my mood. And my, what does this say? Male wellness? Yeah, so not really a pill holder, like a packet, right? And this is a 30-day supply for about $30. I am not selling this. I just really liked how, oh geez, I'm blowing it out. I just really liked, you can't read the supplement facts, but anyway, it's all there. I just really like the fact that it's all here. I just pop one in. I take it around lunchtime. I pop one in, I swallow it. I wait a little while, pop another one in, I swallow it. You know? What is male wellness and how does that differ from female wellness? I would assume that men and women might need to have different needs. Specifically, the male wellness says it supports prostate health, which I know women also sometimes need, but I think that's a more of a need in men. But I don't know. I'm sure you could find some non-binary wellness. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm sure you could mix together different supplements to make like a non-binary cocktail, right? Women should not need, well, some women do. It just depends. Let's see. I need more energy before I end the day, otherwise I'm going to die. I don't know what happens when I get to 0 energy. I don't know. We'll eat some more tomorrow as well. And then we'll end here. After we use the stabilizer, he says. As I almost forgot to hit the stabilizer. Just talking about my pills. But yeah, so I took the first one yesterday and I managed just fine to take all 5. Not at once. I don't know how some people take the whole, just put 5 giant pills and go like this, take a sip of water and just go. And I'm like, you did 12 in 1? That's a skill. Wow. Yeah, I can't. I have to do one at a time, and I do still kind of have to concentrate a little bit, and like not panic. I have to concentrate to not panic when I kind of feel it in the back of my throat. That's my whole thing, is like just getting out of my head. But I have found the whole, if I do this though and swallow like that, it gets like really easy, you know? Yeah. Okay, I have a whole ton of really nice dice here. What can I use it on? Bliss's Bay, do you guys have work for me? Oh, I can. The Bay is taking on low-scale repair contracts. Moritz happy to offload some of the work to you. 20 cryo, 20 or 12 cryo? Wait. And I already have a +1 for my engineer. This is much better money. And this is always here? Ooh. Yes. Look at this guy. Ooh. We're gonna make so much money. Screw the commune. I want money. I want money. I'm a filthy capitalist. I knew it. I knew it. My vitamins, allergy meds, some pain pills for my arthritis. Just chucked them all out. Down with the drink works every time. Wow. Maybe one of these days I'll be brave enough to try that. To try like 2 pills at the same time. Maybe. That was awesome. Look at all the money we just made. That was epic. As the kids say, that was real epic sauce. They say that, right? Okay, we're done for the day then. Do you find that your stomach, like, you know, cooperates with them all at once like that? I just sometimes wonder if it isn't, you know, like, what's the best method to, like, timing wise. And then I think probably the best timing is just when you can take it, because it's better than not taking it at all, right? Yeah. I'm gonna come here. I'll throw my little onesie twosies in here to get more energy. Nice, beautiful, perfect, kind, wonderful. I kind of want to get some scrap. Yeah, let's do 100% positive. I don't want my condition to go down. Beautiful. 50-50. Let's do it. Nice. Okay. Here, take this. Yeah, like I'm the type of person who wants to sit there and research, like, when's the most optimal time to work out? Is it in the morning? Is it in the evening? When's the best time to take your vitamins? With a meal, without a meal, at night, in the morning, in the afternoon? And it's like, sometimes I feel like it just boils down to the best time to do something is when you can do it. You know, like, because otherwise I'm just not doing anything. The only thing I would look at is how the different things interact. So like if you're taking calcium, don't take that to the same time as omega oils, as less of the calcium will be absorbed. Let's see. Calcium. There is some calcium in here, but it's only like 8% of the daily value. So I don't think this is like a calcium supplement, right? There's just 100 milligrams of calcium carbonate. So I think those are probably, you know, yeah. And I know I don't want to take it in the evening because I have heard with the metformin, your gut is going to process things a little bit differently when you take those. So to not take it with the metformin. So now I've just taken to whenever my first meal of the day is. If I eat breakfast, I take it around breakfast. If I eat lunch, I take it around lunch. Banj mail. Whoa. He knows you're a postman. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Nice. Still got 16 cryo. Let's go. Oh, we're making so much money now. Now we're working. Now we're cooking with peanut oil, as they say. No one says that. What kind of data did you guys want? Who wants the Haven Age data? It's over. It's these guys. It's the Yadigans, right? How come I can't click this? Go back.
That's not funny, Daddy.
That's not funny, Daddy. It was the tea house, the Tabor tea house. Hey, we're getting a dad joke from Old School Quarter. Hello, Old School Quarter. Give me a page number if you would, assuming you want from the dad joke book, the Star Wars dad jokes. I believe Five Guys cooks with peanut oil, but still not a saying. It is totally a saying. Cooking with peanut oil. Unfortunately, I think it was mostly popularized by what's that show? The show of that family who is all Southern, and it turns out they're like really heavily in the evangelical conservative movement here in America. One of their uncles used to say cooking with peanut oil all the time. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. One top. So it's between page 8 and 127. I could take page 1 as being page 8 if you want. The very first joke in the whole book. The Simpsons, Family Guy? No. Gosh, what is it called? It was huge. Duck Dynasty. Duck Dynasty guys. Yeah. Koro knows what I'm talking about. Hey, Koro. I like how you went to Family Guy though. You know, 8 top. 8 top. All right. Here's our dad joke. Did you hear about the stormtrooper who couldn't see out of his helmet? He didn't know what he was missing. There you go. I like this one better. How many rebels does it take to transmit stolen Death Star plans? 1 and/or 2. Now that's a good one. Wait, no, wrong one. What's up, Koro? Good morning. Oh God, Duck Dynasty, right? You know, you get what I mean. Yeah, didn't one of the uncles there always say cooking with peanut oil? And Clumsy, thank you for checking in 3 minutes ago as well. Good morning to you as well. I like that one too. The 1 and/or 2 is pretty good. All right, we're gonna sell the Haven Age data because why the heck not? I had probably like season 1 of Duck Dynasty I thought was actually pretty funny at the time, okay? And then like later on I was kind of like, this is getting kind of boring. And then after that I was like, oh, they're Trumpers, okay. Of course that came much longer because I think that show was out before 2016, right? Hold on. Listen, I changed a lot from 2015, 2016 on. Okay, yeah, because it was out in 2012, like right around the time I got married. Because I remember Ashley and I watching that early on. Duck Dynasty is going to a protest? What are they going to protest? Sorry, getting lost in the news now. Would you let me scroll through the ad, please? Holy cow. Oh no, they're just facing health problems. Well, sorry for you. Anyway, you had a Duck Dynasty themed wedding, didn't you? No, we had a Doctor Who themed wedding. Get out of here. Because I couldn't have a Star Wars one. It was Doctor Who infused. It was like, you know how LaCroix just has like a little hint of flavor, a little suggestion. I did have a fez. I did not get married in a fez, but I had the fez for the bachelor party, which was going to a comic book store. Listen, we were also pretty poor at the time. We were newly married. We didn't have a ton of money. So we didn't spend we spent a lot of money on the wedding, but not like, not a ton of money, if you know what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna go end this cycle of abuse. Here, watch me end the cycle of abuse. Funny, huh? It's funny, huh? End cycle. Every morning, Spooky takes the dogs out. Oh, I just punched the mic. I'm so sorry. And every morning, the doggies come running back inside to the bed, all excited to see me. Like they didn't just spend the whole night with me. That's adorable, though. Come on. Doggies are so cute. Let's see. Our little Smokey's he's so cute, but he's so crotchety. And like when he doesn't want to do something, he's just like, and I'm like, okay, like you have to do something, buddy. Like, you know, actually, I'm gonna, like, he comes up with me when I first go to bed. I'm usually the first one to go to bed, and I've been like, come on, Smokey, let's go to bed. And he's just like, until finally he relents and he comes to bed. So last night I was like, I'm not asking, and I just go over and pick him up. I'm like, I'm just taking you to bed. I'm not asking anymore. Because if I don't take him, in probably like 30 minutes or so, he'll go wandering upstairs and then whine at the door because he can't get in. So I have to take him up with me. Just getting some energy. And then Biddy stays down with Ashley, and then anytime Ashley's ready to go to bed, Biddy's like, let's go. So she follows her around. They're like best buds. He is just a grouchy old man, you're right. But he's earned it. He's lived a nice long life. He's been a very good dog. I think he's earned being a little grouchy. You know? I'm going up to the car. I feel like I'm wasting a little bit of time though, just making all this money. You know? I need to probably try to progress something here. Otherwise, I'll never... If I just sit here, I could probably do this forever. Just keep making money. So once I've finished this cycle, we'll look at what we can progress. Nice. I love that, though. Oh, so much money. 455. Let's freaking go. Oh, I hear... Speaking of dogs... That's probably Biddy with the zoomies. Smokey doesn't get the zoomies as much anymore. Confirmed. None freaking hates us. No, not at all. Not at all. Never. They all follow me around. It makes Spooky sad. You know, it just is what it is sometimes. You have some dogs take to other people. It can always change too, you know? I'm gonna go ahead and give 15 cryo to eat real quick. Okay. All right, so let's look at our drives here. Bring mushrooms to the Briar. I do have some mushrooms. Help Rico's experiments. I really don't want to work for Rabaya. Let's go help Rico's experiments. Okay. All right, let's see. I need some... What does it say I need? I need Intuit. I need some more skills in Intuit. Interface Endure Intuit. There we go. Confirm. Can we do this now? Forage for fungus. The fungus that grows deep grows of the greenway are typically avoided, but those with sharp eyes might find fruiting bodies. My condition goes down though. Oof. I don't really want my condition to go down. Unless it's 100%. Let's do it. Okay. 50-50 there. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on that one. Let's leave. He has been Earl Grey with lemon and honey. Hey, there you go. My type of guy. I bet he learned that from you. I had them all for a while before I even met him. They definitely love him, but they're bonded to me. That makes sense, you know? Looking for a dog emote. Maybe I should put Smokey and Biddy in as emotes as well. First time he came over while he laid in his lap, that was a huge relief. And a green flag, true. It would have been so sad if he's like, I hate this guy, don't trust him. Don't do it, Mom. Don't trust him. Never trust her. All right. Let's talk to Rico. Sleeper, Rico greets you without so much as looking up from her work. I have some of yours here. Come see. What does that mean? She beckons you over to the heavyweight looking console wired to a series of specimen jars, some of which contain your spores. Where'd you get this? This, would you believe, she smiles, was a Solheim console built to analyze the nutrient contents of the Greenway crop. Haifa have been using these for decades now, although sometimes they need a little tender care. You look at the machine, patched with hull offcuts, the gaps between which reveal a tangled nest of wiring. If you are honest, it looks like it has received a lot of care. The spores you have here are a real cocktail, a selection of types from within the groves, but I've been able to isolate a few. She taps on the specimen jars. Here we have Tricholama matasuke. Rico breezes through the Latin and Japanese pronunciation as if it was nothing, a species Solheim somewhat modified for use on the station. She brings up a panel on her console showing a chemical composition, all gradiented bars and obtuse acronyms. This is the composition of the Solheim modified matasuke spores. Am I supposed to understand that? Yeah. Very picky about his people, but loved his daddy right away. He a freak. Little crumb. Not entirely no, but I think you'll understand this. Rico brings up another panel, identical in layout, but with wildly different colors and numbers. You see, this is what your matasuke spores look like. I don't understand. Look at the composition. They're totally different. Rico glances at the specimen jar as if it might have something to add. They are fundamentally the same spores, but they carry different chemicals, different signals. She leans back and sighs. Solheim may have introduced their own tweaked versions in the beginning, but the groves have and still are affecting them. How? It's hard to tell without samples of fully grown mushrooms, and herein lies our problem. She moves to another desk where two trays sit side by side. The first contains nothing but plant mulch. The second you smell before you can even look at it. The pungent aroma of a fruiting matasuke like rotting, sodden over... Okay, fruiting matasuke like rotting, sodden overalls laced with an edge of spice. Wow, that's a sentence. All the pets have been fed and watered. Look at that menagerie. Holy cow. Make pet emotes if you have the emote slots. I love them for streamers. I think I do have the emote slots. I'm pretty sure. The matasuke are grown from Solheim stocks pulled from a spore vault in this complex. She winks. They are delicious, by the way. She sets them aside. The empty trays germinated with the spores you collected. No activity, no germination, nothing. But the groves are full. Yes, they are. Rico looks at you directly, and you suddenly realize how much she's enjoying this. So here's our puzzle, Sleeper. Spores from the groves won't grow in the lab, but gathering fruiting bodies from the groves is too unpredictable. We need to grow a fruiting body from some of these spores so we can track it, understand it. In short, I need you to become my mushroom farmer. I already started. Rico looks impressed. Well, an eager mycologist. I'd never have guessed. I assume you set yourself up in the aviary? I've been eyeing that place for its proximity to the groves. Bring me whatever grows, not just matasuke. There's more than a couple variants in there, so I'll need plenty of samples. She plucks a matasuke cap from the tray. These little things are reflections of their conditions, their smell, their taste, their chemistry. It all derives from the conditions of their growth. She smells the cap. Enough of these and we'll have a picture of what is happening here, of the ways in which this biosphere is modifying itself, or being modified, whatever the case may be. Rico pops the matasuke cap in her mouth, taking you by surprise. Ooh, don't worry, Sleeper, she says while softly chewing. If this turns out to be a dead end, I'll make sure that not a single mushroom will go to waste. Okay, good. I do love some mushrooms. Like, in general, I'm kind of a mushroom fan. Okay, so we just got to bring her mushrooms, of which I do have quite a bit. Here, you can have this one. Are you guys a fan of mushrooms? And good morning, Spooky. How the heck are you, buddy? You got something for me? You got something for me this week? Guess what? I'm not going into the office. I'm just saying this week might be a good time to work on something. No rush. Ooh, I have 4 of these. Nice. And I have this one. Gotta drop time to leave for the con. Good luck code. Good luck. There's my dogs barking out the window. Okay, I must work. He sleeps normally? Who? Who, me? I'm gonna go ahead and just give enough of these to fill this up. Why not? Message received. Get to work. Okay, we finished that. Rico also wants to talk now. Rico meets you at the entrance of the lab, leaning on her crutch with a glint in her eye. Walk with me, Sleeper. I'd like to tell you a story. She makes her way down the corridor that leads back up towards the main commune building. When people first crossed what we call the Founder's Gap into the Greenway, they did so against the wishes of Andrea Erlin. At the time, Erlin was trying to stabilize the Union and establish control over the Eye in the wake of Solheim's collapse. It was chaos, competing factions, failing systems, so many dead and injured from the riots. This was his priority. That was his priority. I know Spooky Deer is today doing a belated birthday stream. What time are you starting, by the way? Did I hear 9:30 Central Time? Because I wonder if I should go that long. I usually only go to 9 Central Time, but it'd be neat to go that long and raid into you to celebrate. Oh my goodness, my PC just crashed. I thought I've lost all my uni work. Oh my gosh, it auto saved and recovered. It freaked me out. That would freak me out too. Ooh, I'm so happy for you. Let's just listen. You both crossed through a glass-roofed tunnel, the greenway outside crowded with vines and branches, dappling the light. Erlin had written the greenway off, cut off from the rest of the station and linked to a broken spoke. He claimed it was only a matter of time before everything here would die. He refused to let anyone abandon their duty to the Union and cross. They were traitors to the cause, or as good as. Rico continues, making her slow but steady way to the inner gardens of the commune. There weren't many of us, but we believed that what was here was worth saving. We had to keep our plan secret until we crossed, and some of us left people behind. She pauses to catch her breath, her voice cracking. It's difficult to know if from effort or emotion. What we found was a disaster, nothing like what you see here. Half of the greenway was leaking oxygen into space, the plants flash frozen. The other half was swamp of mulch as decaying matter clogged every system. We worked hard, we lost good people, we cleaned up and closed up, but it was never going to be enough. After many, many cycles, we all knew this place was doomed, but we kept on working, taking less and less, because we couldn't face it. We all developed a death wish. If Greenway was going to die, so would we. It didn't die. It did not, Rico smiles. We crossed some invisible boundary, tipped some biological scale, and the Greenway started to recover. Plants flowered, crops sprouted. For the first time, we reaped the fruits of our labor. Rico smiles, looking up at you. We thought it was us, that we managed to do just enough to end the cycle of decay. I thought we had saved the Greenway, until today. Who did then? Not so much of a mushroom fan. I totally understand why people wouldn't like mushrooms. Like, I get the texture, it can be kind of weird. They can taste kind of like dirt-ish, you know? So yeah. Happy belated birthday. It was 2 months ago. But yes, belated happy birthday, right? He was almost cool enough to have an April birthday, but you know, he missed it just by a little bit. Everyone is gaslighting me on their birthdays. Mine's on Thursday. I'm not gaslighting you, I promise. Okay? I promise. I was thinking 9:30 Central. I'm up and preppy. Would love for the announcers if it doesn't pull you out. I think it should be okay. Let me double check with the wife here. Just in case she had plans. She might even be in chat pretty soon. Okay. What a sentence. Gotta make so many birthday drawings this month. You got to. April is full of birthdays. It's a lot of great birthdays in April. Yeah, now I don't believe you. Why would I lie to you? Why would I lie about that? I managed to gaslight a bunch of people that my birthday was 2 weeks ago because I built some Lego I got for my birthday. Nice. For what it's worth, I was supposed to be born in April. I'm just an overachiever. Well, there you go. By 2 months, that's premature, yeah. Let's see. You pass into the grow beds of the commune, rich with the hustle and bustle of Haifa members planting and harvesting. For a while, Rico is quiet, and you both simply observe the hypnotic movements of the work crews, the eager chatter washing over you like a wave. Rico smiles to herself. I should have known, of course, that our arrogance was unfounded, but we needed to believe back then. We needed a myth to bring more people across the gap. You both move into a smaller corridor, Rico following some direction unknown to you. What you have shown me is that back then the Greenway saved us, not the other way around. Tell me, have you ever consumed one of the Matasuke or Griot caps that have been growing? Yes. I imagine they were delicious, nutritious, almost uniquely so, she muses. After all, they were designed for you. Rico has a mischievous look. At first I thought it was the location they were grown in that was made the mushrooms from the aviary, from the labs, or from the grove different to each other. But what I've come to understand is that it's the person growing them, really. The Matasuke and Griot caps you bought me are totally unique, containing compounds never usually found in similar specimens in my possession. Many of these compounds aren't even digestible for humans, but for a sleeper like you. Rico smiles. I'm supposed to be here, guys. Rico smiles as she leads you to the internal garden of the commune where the Haifa members have planted species from all over the Greenway. Back when the tide turned, when the Greenway started to recover, we all felt something, a response. It was as if this place was not just alive, as a forest is alive, but alive in other ways. Communicative, responsive. We shrugged it off at the time, but now I understand why. Rico stops and turns to you. This place is responding to us, adapting itself to us. It's growing fruiting bodies for you, for me. It's adapting, changing. It is, in short, displaying all the signs of sentience. The Greenway is sentient? Perhaps not the Greenway, but the ecosystem itself, or something within it. Rico sits on a bench within the peaceful gardens and gestures for you to join her. When you have been growing the griots and the Matasukes in the aviary, those species so familiar to the Greenway, have you discovered others? Not yet? Rico nods. If you do, can I ask that you immediately bring them here? I believe it's only a matter of time before they bloom. You look around the garden amazed at the sense of peace within it. Rico interrupts the silence. There's a species of mushrooms that I haven't seen in years. It's dark, short, shaped like a club. We first found it in those early days when we were working to save this place. It was around that time we started to lose our first members. They were succumbing to some infection, some mold growing deep in the dark mulch that drowned this place. At that point, we thought we were lost. Then these mushrooms emerged from that same black mold. We tested them and saw they contained some compounds that counteracted the mold. They contained an antidote. That's wild. That's so cool. Gonna get my honey and lemon, be right back. Good. Of course, as a botanist, I saw this as part of the natural process of the ecosystem, even if the timescale seemed absurdly short. But what I'm wondering is if that antidote was a gift. Rico meets your eyes. Perhaps if you are patient, you will receive your gift too, sleeper. Ooh, am I gonna get something for my condition? You both sit for a while, Rico seemingly done telling stories for today. You watch the light playing off the leaves and plants around you and wonder what forces could be at play in this place. After a while, you stand and leave with a quiet nod to Rico, leaving her to her memories. So I wonder if we aren't going to get a way to make a stabilizer mushroom. Grow club heads for Rico. Okay. Let's see. Boom, I need more spores. I need more spores. You're back. Welcome back. G for the stream. Collect spores. Come on, baby. Oof. That hurt. Come on, baby. Daddy needs some spores. Give Daddy some spores. Yeah. I'm never saying that ever again. I meant like, like a gambler, like a... Nobody heard that. It's fine. Please never say that again. They heard it. Dang it. I promise. You know how like the gamblers, they're like, come on, I need a new car. I need a 12. Give me a 12. That doesn't work. If you want to clip me out of context, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work, Banch. I don't let you get off that easy. I do have some club heads. So there's a club head. There you go. Let's go to sleep. We'll continue on the next cycle. Nope. Stop while ahead. I've stopped. I'm done. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just gonna go. All right. I need food or energy rather, so you can have this. Boom. I might need more. Give me more. I'll use my my lower level die on that. Okay. Need more spores. Let's get more spores. Collect spores. I should get 2 from this. Yes. Excellent. And I really only needed 1, but that's fine. Boom. Those are gonna grow now. So now this is gonna take 4 cycles to grow. Woof. All right. I have one last one to forage for fungus. 100% positive. Real caps. Okay, I'll take them. I think that's all I want to do right now. Let's go sleep. End the cycle. All right. Oof. I'll give this 1 to the commune to get the energy. Beautiful. Gorgeous even. Let's see what we can get. This is only gonna give me grill caps, I think. It's only gonna give me grill caps. Okay. I guess I could collect more spores. Yeah. Yeah, let's get more spores. All right. Hopefully that's gonna grow, like, how many club heads do I need? Hopefully that grows to at least 2 club heads. That's what I'm hoping for right now. End cycle. If we do finish this game or get close to it, I need to put up the poll. Should I just go to the next game that was voted, or should I do another poll? We're being farmers. We sure are. Okay, shoot. You have this. Looks like a beautiful day out there. I can feel that breeze still coming in. Ooh. What else can I do? I can just wait for that. I guess I could go make some money. Yeah. I don't want to waste these die. Let's go to work. Gonna go to work. Cause we gotta go to work. Woohoo! Okay. All right. And now let's go back to sleep over here. We just made a lot of money, guys. Did you say you would play a particular game next? I wasn't here for that poll. Let me look and see in the Discord real quick. I think, so I threw out a couple of different options, and Citizen Sleeper won, and now we played that. But second in place, I think, was, oh, I gotta scroll through a lot here. I should have pinned it. Where is it? I think I went too far. Hold on. It's gonna be much easier to find it in here. Easier to find it here than on my phone. Wow, we talk a lot. Holy cow, guys. I'm not complaining. This is amazing. There we go. So yeah, I had Avowed, Citizen Sleeper, and Mass Effect Andromeda. Theoretically, Citizen Sleeper had 6. The next one up was actually Andromeda. And then Avowed was 3rd. I could be convinced to go to Andromeda. Mass Effect Andromeda? It's been long enough that I don't remember most of that game. And it would round out the Mass Effect playthrough that I did as well. Those were the 3. What was Glue Leave again? Nothing. Glue Leave wasn't real. What was Glue Leave actually? Hang on. I gotta scroll all the way back up again. Come on, dude. Where is it? Okay. What was Glue Leave? Somebody said Glue Leave was something, but I never agreed to it. I thought somebody said Glue Leave was something, but I don't see it. Anyway, Glue Leave was nothing. There's like 100 other emotes put on that too, so it makes it really easy to tell what won. So easy. Now I'm gaslighting you, I guess. When we wake up on Thursday and I start streaming and you're like, happy birthday, I'll be like, what are you talking about? Oh, I delete it? I might have deleted it. You're right. What was it you said? Was it Sims or something? Glue Leaves is the Sims or I don't know, something. Okay, I don't have anything left, so I just need to go to bed. Nothing left in the tank. Thanks. I say do what you want to play. Anyone feel strongly about what game's next? I don't think anybody ever really feels strongly about it, which is not helpful for me, who is a very undecisive person. Indecisive? Indecisive. Undecisive. Let's see. We're almost done here. So I think we could go and make money with what we got here. Or should we collect more Griol caps? How about 1 and 1? Griol cap and money. Nice, nice. So it took a little bit of a risk there because my condition could have faded a little bit. I can feel strongly about something for you. Is it Hollow Knight? Is that what you can feel strongly about? I'm so afraid that now I'd be so... Oh, Little Misfortune. That one is very short. You did tell me about that one. Little Misfortune. I'd be so worried about going back to Hollow Knight that I'd be so out of practice now that it would take me so long to get back into it. I'd have to start over. I don't want to though. It's a fantastic game. I know we watched the trailer for it before. All right, that's everything here, which means I'm gonna end. Right? Yeah, we're looking for club heads. Come on, give me two club heads. I need 2. At least. It'd be nice to have even more. Oof. Oof. Before we do that, before we do anything, let's do our work assignment. We did it. And what did we get? Now we get to harvest the mushrooms. 2 random rare mushrooms. It better be. I only got 1 club head cap. I only got 1. Give me another one. Give me 1 more. Give me 1 more. Yes. Yes. Let's go. I've never been so excited for a mushroom in my whole life. Start action. Spooky Deer checked in. Thanks for checking in. For the 30th time. I thought you were done the way you were talking. No, just hopeful thinking. Just wishful thinking. Okay. Oh, there. She wants to talk. Okay, here we go. Rico is at her bench running small vials of some liquid through an old chemical analysis machine. The whirring and the spinning drum fills the lab with white noise, and you aren't sure if she notices you approach. Sleeper, it's good to see you. She looks up, smiling. This little project of ours has been keeping me awake the past few cycles, but right now, well, I think I have something. What is it? The drum finishes spinning and Rico lifts a vial from it, holding it up to the light. This is something I extracted from those club heads you've been bringing me. Something about the word club heads just unsettles me for some reason. According to my analysis, it's a substance totally unique on the Greenway. You look at the small amount of liquid in the vial. Any idea what it might be? Rico asked without looking away from the vial. Stabilizer? You aren't the first sleeper to come through here. Perhaps I should have mentioned that earlier. Rico's tone suddenly drops, changing the atmosphere in the lab immediately. I just thought, she pauses, thinking very carefully of how to continue. I just wanted you to trust us. What do you mean? They came through a fair few cycles ago. We found them wandering in the broken section near the gap. The members who brought them in had never seen one of you before. They were terrified of the strange person wandering in the open vacuum. They were quieter than you and damaged. We did our best to patch them up and welcome them into the commune. I only really spoke to them once while I was working on their wounds, along with a couple of systems engineers. She looks nervously at you. I'd never seen a body like that before. I took some readings, some samples. You have to understand, I was curious. I didn't know what I was looking at. I just took a little of the damaged material, less than a thumbnail. She shifts her weight to her crutch. The next cycle, they were gone. They took a little food and hiked up towards the wild margins where the Greenway meets the waste. Someone saw them in the distance, but that was it. They disappeared into the overgrowth. She sits down heavily, the vial in her hand. When I saw you, I wanted things to be different. I wanted to keep you here, rather than let you disappear into wherever they ended up. She smiles to herself. Yes, I wanted to understand this place better, but I also wanted to help you. It seems that somehow both my wishes have come true at once. She holds out a hand with the vial. This is for you. You take the stabilizer, the glass cold and smooth in your palm. Thank you. Don't thank me, she gazes out of the Greenway through the glass. Those club head caps made it for you. Those club head caps made it for you, or at least who or whatever made those club heads. She starts to clear her bench. It was right here, contained in their tissue. I only had to extract it. I imagine you understand how incredible that is. I learned enough from that sleeper to know that your body, your frame, runs on some exotic technology. Exotic technology that has a time limit built in. Somehow the Greenway knows that too. It understands your physiology much better than I ever could. It knows how to treat you. Just like that miraculous antidote that sprung from the mold, so too has this sprung from your presence here. The Greenway is speaking to you. It's welcoming you. She looks up. I know it sounds crazy, but I know it to be true. Here's the evidence. And what I also know is that it is no longer speaking to me. Even after decades here, I have not seen this kind of response. Not since the antidote so many cycles ago. She smiles. So I'm going to make you a deal. You bring me as many club heads as you like. I'll extract the stabilizer and give it to you freely. Oh, that's so nice. But you have to tell me what the Greenway says. You have to speak with it, to dig into it, to find out what the being is at the center of it. I've traveled as far as I can. I need you to do the rest. Can you do that? Yeah, that sounds awesome. Thank you. I'm sorry for the other sleeper. Truly I am. I'm sorry I couldn't have done more, but I'm so glad I met you. She smiles. You're welcome here anytime. Rico falls silent. She looks smaller now, more fragile, and you realize how old she must be to have seen the collapse firsthand. You idle a little in the lab in case she asks for anything else, but she remains silent, and so you drift back into the tunnel, thoughts of that other sleeper and where they ended up weighing on your mind. Wow. Okay. So that's nice. I'll be able to make more stabilizer myself just by giving 2 of the club heads, of which I have none left right now. So let's end this cycle. That's very nice. I have 2 stabilizers now. I might use one next cycle. Yeah, because I'm fading fast. I'm fading fast. Okay, let's start this action. 2 random mushrooms, no club heads. Cool. Sweet. And now I can't do that because I need to get more spores. Oh, sorry, spores. Get over here. Bum, bum, bum. Collect the spores. Ooh, that hurt. Please don't fade my energy anymore. Oh no, I'm starving. Oh, I'm starving. Oh no. I've never been this low before. I've never been this low. How come that didn't work? I know my chances were small, but usually it works. Please, sir, I'm starving. Oh my gosh, I'm Deed, official Nonder black tea. That's the reaction most people have to the official Nonder black tea. You're right, Bebo. If it's ingredients supplied, whew, well that hurt. Now he's prepping his ingredients. I need to go up then. I need to eat one more time. Otherwise, I'll need to eat twice tomorrow anyway, so. Buy a spacer meal. Okay, there we go. Let's go back. Let's go back to the Greenway. Cross to the Greenway. Let's go in here and use a stabilizer. That will fill up this up here. Boom. And now I'll have all of my dice for the next cycle. And we'll end the cycle. All my die. Okay. And then we'll use one of these to pay our dues to the commune. Paying your dues to the commune's better than making a dime from Amazon Prime, right? I'm not letting it go. I still think it's funny, dang it. I could get some scrap, which might be helpful. I have 6 scrap components. Let's see. I don't have a whole lot left here, huh? I just need to bring her club heads. All right, I need to do everything I can to make some club heads. Which means we need some spores to get germinated, which we happen to have a lot of. All right. That needs a couple of cycles. Let's go ahead and grab some spores. Oof, come on. My luck is not holding here, guys. Jeez. 1 spore. Well, at least that's enough for another cycle, so let's leave it at that. What should I do with the rest of this? Should I just go make a couple 20 credits or so? Since I've spent some on meals quite a bit. It's either 20 cryo or 12 cryo. Or 16. There, 16. All right. Oh, it's because I have one of these skills that gives me a little bit more. I have 2 upgrade points. Self-repair. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get that just in case. It'll still take me a little while to get stabilizer. A little longer than I would like it to. I was kind of hoping that it would be easier than that, but all right. We're ending cycle. But it looked like it only took 1 scrap, which is nice. So maybe I can scrap myself up without using stabilizer. The results aren't pretty, but you know. All right. I'm gonna give you my best because I want a lot of energy. Okay, I can deal with that. We're still waiting on these to grow. 4 cycles. Let's see. I mean, I guess since we're waiting, go make a little bit more money. Start action. Start action. This is beautiful. I love this. Look at that. Look at all that cryo. Okay, I'm trying to understand where we're up to in the game. Do you know what the ending might be? What are you working towards? Is it green? Yeah, I'm working on the Greenway stuff now. It's kind of like, I mean, so here's my drives. Get to know Emphis, work for Rabaya. Technically, I think this Greenway stuff is theoretically, well, no, it's probably not done yet because I'm gonna learn more about the Greenway as I grow more mushrooms. I kind of don't want to work for the Yadigan. So I haven't done anything there, but I don't know if I'm supposed to like just continue on doing whatever it gives me or if I have a choice. Yeah, so the problem is I don't really know the answer to that question, Mez. Right now I'm kind of just living here. So I don't know where the story is like trying to take me, unfortunately. Let's end the cycle. That's my problem right now. So doing the Greenway stuff here. Let's see. Let's go get some food. Ooh, these are some good dice. Hold on, actually, I'm gonna go eat some actual food. I'm gonna go pay for some food. Yeah, so your guess is as good as mine. I don't really know the answer to this right now. Emphis is preparing the Matasuke caps. He cleans them carefully with a damp cloth before shaving the stalks as if it was sharpening a pencil. His knife slides through them, revealing the bright white flesh within. These are good, Sleeper, very good, he says without looking up. I bartered with Minji for some kelp too, so we can brew the dashi. What's dashi? A soup base. Very good. Emphis slides the sliced Matasuke mushrooms to one side and takes out a closed pan. He opens a lid and you see the green wafer of kelp sitting in a bath of water. Been soaking in it since last cycle. Should be good to warm now. He places the pan over the burner and turns it on low. We have some time now. He wipes his hands clean and throws a cloth over his shoulder. However, there's one difference this cycle, he smiles. You have been the one providing the ingredients, so now it's my turn to provide the story. Okay. I'm intrigued by the Greenway concept of nurturing those who tend it. Yeah, like in a sentient way. That's what we're trying to find out, is like what is at the heart of that sentience, you know? Good. This story is important to me. He gestures for you to both sit on the folding stools behind the stall. You see these? Emphis runs a hand over his forearm, tracing the circular scars that mark them like perfect bite marks. Conway called it an anchored interface rig, a mechanical control device for piloting a heavy-duty extraction suit in low-G industrial operations. We called it a bone suit. He points to a pattern of larger circles on his shoulder. They drill in and anchor it here, then all the way down the arm. He taps each scar on the way down. It maps mechanical movements to the suit exactly, a one-to-one mechanical replication. You swing your arm, a 2-ton arm swings too. You should have seen the recruitment vids. Strong people in even stronger suits tearing through stone and scrap. Superheroes. Half my graduating years signed up, from company school to company shuttle. Conway from birth to death. He stares off into the distance for a moment, fighting with the memories. But the bone suits weren't good. The rate of failures was high, and failures meant arms torn off, anchors torn out, broken bones, bad stuff. So after a while, Conway discontinued them. No longer competitive, they said. He checks the broth, turning down the heat and adding the mushrooms. So there we were, hundreds of us with surgical alterations for suits that didn't work. They sent us home, back to that company colony that spat us out to be cleaners, drivers, cooks. They gave us drugs for the pain and told us to make something of ourselves. When I deserted, bribing some passing spacers to take me into orbit, there were only me and a couple others left. The rest just faded away. Arthritis, osteoporosis, they folded in on themselves like paper lanterns. That was my generation. The anchor points still ache, still burn. He touches the scars. But what burns worse is the betrayal. I've been on the eye a long time now, but that will never fade. Not that, and not the faces of my friends. Emphis reaches over and sprinkles a handful of leaves into the broth. It's ready. I'm sorry. Don't be. It was Conway's crime, and you know better than most what we went through. It is enough that you're here to listen. Emphis pours the broth in a double-walled metal bowl and hands it to you. The heat radiates through your hands, and the smell drifts up, rich and sharp like a pine forest after the rain. You drink the broth slowly, chewing the Matasuke and thinking. Emphis busies himself with cleaning the pans and bowl, sealing the kelp back for another day. Then he quietly comes to sit with you while you finish your meal. Neither of you speak, preferring instead to let the story linger in the air a little longer. It's not that there's nothing to say, it's that sometimes in the moments after something, speaking breaks the spell. So you both idle, eager to be in each other's company, Emphas taking longer over his cleaning, his packing, and you savoring the final dregs of broth. When you finally finish and hand him the bowl, you feel the spell break, and the story leaves you both. And as you leave, you know that both of you are somehow a little more empty and a little more full than before. Beautiful. That's beautiful. I like that. Oh, hey, scrap. Okay. People will cover your face so I can see them, and then instead of bird flu. So, okay. He's a bird flu expert now, guys. While we're waiting on the rest of that, I guess we'll... You know what? I'm kind of good on money right now. Hold on. Maybe we use these to gather scrap instead. Because if I can actually repair myself with scrap, that's going to be kind of useful. Boom. Ooh. Oof. See, my condition goes down. Come on, don't give me a negative. Give me a positive. Ugh. Come on. More. Okay, I can take a hit to energy. That makes sense. Woof. Okay, well. My condition's looking pretty bad now. I still need 2 more cycles on that. Jeez. Yeah, the writing is really good. It really is. Not Bebo's writing. Yeah. Yeah, not that. The game. The game, not Bebo. And here, I'm gonna eat this. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I put a scrap component in here. Let's see how much I get back. 1. I get 1 back. Oh. Okay. Well, you know, it'll help me keep all of my dye, which would be nice. I'm a little worried now, though, because I could just keep myself kind of topped off with that. But now I'm a little worried because I still only have 1 of those left. Although I can buy more. What am I saying? I have so much money, I can buy more. All your problems go away when you have money, right? It's true. It's true what they say. It's unfortunate, but true. All right. 80. I might buy 2. I might just buy 2. Because I'm gonna use 1 right now. All right. Let's see. What else? I guess I could literally go make that back 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, I can make back 60 maybe if I get 20 each time here. Come on, baby, give me 20. 20. Give me 20. 20. I won't make all of it back, but I'll make a decent amount back. And 20. Look at that. Look at that. All right, let's go back down. Okay. Let's go home. Let's go home. Use a stabilizer and end the cycle of abuse. Posted a pic of Lego D&D minifigs I got for Christmas in their case I built this morning. Ooh, I gotta see that. Hold please. Oh, uh-oh. Where'd you go? There you are. Hey, get Discord. Get down here. Get down here. That's pretty cool. Ooh, I like the bird. I like the bird one. That's pretty cool. Ooh, and we got one of these guys back here. I know them from Baldur's Gate 3. I swear I know them. These are pretty cool. You got a little bard right there. Got a little banjo, his little ute. Or ukulele? What do they call it? A ute? Cool. I need energy. Bird. Look at how low it is. A ute. Yeah. I'm gonna go eat real quick before we do anything else. I gotta go all the way back over here. And order some fungus. All right, we're all energized. And that should be, we should be ready over here, right? Or is it one more? Loot as in Loots Magoots, yeah. Okay, now we're gonna harvest. Please give me the ones that I want. 2 random rare mushrooms. 1 griot cap. Come on. Really? More griot? And that's all I can do. Dang, that takes forever. Okay. All right, I'm not gonna learn a whole lot here, I don't think. I need 2 more for that. I guess I'm gonna go do some of the rest of these, I guess. Flotilla aid. It's all the way over here. So this is episode Flux. It's the first of 3 episodic updates. I don't really want to do the extra stuff. We'll begin the episode, but be aware this is late gameplay. Yeah, see, I don't want to do that. I guess this is all I got left then. Work for Rabaya. I kind of didn't want to. But I literally have no other drives, so I think I have to do this. All right, collect the tithes, scrap components, energy, patrol the ward. There. However you feel about the Yadigan, it seems working with Rabaya is your best chance to get insight into the organization. Fair enough. All right, we'll keep doing that then. Let's go to sleep. End the cycle. You'll have to do with age. Hey, we don't talk about age here, Bebo. Shh. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I'm gonna eat, get my energy back up. All right. All right, Rabaya, where are you? There you are. It gives me a bunch of energy, which is weird. I'd rather more to Yadigan Insider, if I'm honest. This is risky. Nice. Now we're halfway done. Oh, as you say your goodbyes for the other enforcers and walk back through the low end, a chirruping catches your attention. In a quiet corridor away from the main thoroughfare, someone has stuck a small recorder to the wall with suit sealant tape. Written across the fluorescent tape is one word: sleeper. Ooh. You peel it away from the wall, and as you do, it triggers some kind of improvised trip switch. Sleeper, Sabine's voice cracks through. I have seen you with Yadigan members. Are they holding you captive now too? It's Sabine, a high whine. I'm sorry if I've dragged you into this. Do not trust them. Something is happening within the gang, some kind of power struggle. You cover the speaker a little, their voice too loud in the quiet corridor. I will come soon. Thanks to your efforts, I have located most of their properties. At the right time, a pause. I will see you soon. Don't give up. Remember our deal. Recording cuts out. You stare at the recorder, processing what you've just heard. Hearing Sabine's voice again opens up something inside of you. An Epson ARP employee. Do they know that I know? You struggle with a mix of concern and distrust. You throw the recorder into a nearby waste chute as you leave the corridor, still unsure who to trust, and head quietly out of Low End. Ooh, I don't know, honestly. I don't know if we trust Sabine, to be honest with you. I'm gonna use 1 scrap here to keep this as high as I can. Oh, hi, kiddo.
Hey,
What's up?
can someone help me save it?
You want to save it?
Yeah, but
Sure. Let me see. Oh,
it
hold on,
doesn't
hold
let
on.
me.
125, 412. I think you already did save it. See how it says 412? That's today. So I think you did save it. It did save. It had today's date on it.
But usually
Uh-huh.
I'm done making my planet,
Uh-huh.
then it doesn't come back up.
It doesn't come back up?
Yeah.
Well, then you have to like look. How do you get to that save screen? Oh no, I'm blowing it up. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that would. I didn't know. I'm ruining his game. Sorry, hang on.
Hold on.
Everybody says good morning, by the
Hold
way.
on. Let me
'Cause
get
now-
my shield.
If you can get to that same page, we can probably load it.
I got IDs and to heal it.
Oh, it heals it. Nice. Okay. He made a planet in this game, so he wants
No,
to save it.
it's the Death Star. I tried to make
Oh, it's the Death Star? Look at that. It's the Death Star. Wow.
There's the laser.
You're so creative. Let's see. So, how do you do load? Like, where do you go to save? Where do you go to do the save? If you're ready to save.
I usually go in here.
Go in here?
Yeah.
Like when you're gonna save it?
Yeah.
Like what screen were you on when you were showing that to me?
Just the regular screen.
Just the regular screen?
See?
Okay.
That's where we fit. That's where
Right
we
here?
build it.
That's where you build it. Okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah, okay. So now if you hit load, that's how you load it. See? Oh, and then there's an ad, of course. Of course. These freaking ads, I swear. Here, let's turn that off. Done. Sorry. We're almost there. I'm helping him with this. Ooh, you got it. Oh yeah, now go back. Yeah, there you go. Go back. Wait for it to end. The freaking ads, I swear, they're the worst.
Yeah.
You don't like them?
I don't know why.
I don't know why. We gotta wait 2 seconds. All right. See, and then it loaded up, just like you had it before. So it does work. It is saving.
Let me
Okay.
go there again.
Okay. Oh, okay. And now you come down to this. You hit LOAD, which is load. You go boop, and there it's back.
Ooh.
Cool.
that
All right.
was-
Love you. Okay, we're back. Let's see. Did you redo your braids twice today? Braiding up? I wish my hair was long enough to braid. I would love to do the man. If I had better hairline, I would do like the man bun for sure. It looks good with a beard, you know? It's just not long enough. It's not, my hair ain't what it used to be. I'm getting too old for this. You know? All right. Just keep patrolling the ward. If you say so. I do think it kind of looks good. As long as you take care of it and as long as you're not a scummy guy, you know? Because the look can be very scummy if you're already a scummy person, you know? Like Russell Brand isn't a bad guy because of his hair. He's a bad guy because he's a bad person. But that does make the hair kind of feel weird, you know? Or a longer beard, you could braid the beard. True. Every time I start to get my beard long, I get like weirded out by it. I don't know. It makes my face look weird. You know when it is too? It's always whenever I like go out like to the office or something. I'm like, oh man, it's just too much. You know? I don't know. I feel weird about it. All right, let's go back to sleep. We're just gonna blast through these cycles as quick as we can. Moto just checked in. Hi, Moto. How are you doing? I wish I could grow a good beard. I used to think that too. I used to think I was not able to grow a beard until I got a little bit older, and then also like I just kind of stopped. I just stopped shaving. I hate shaving so much. Excuse me. I hate the way it makes my cheeks feel. My cheeks are very baby cheeks. They're all like red and all rosy, and I hate. And my chin is non-existent. Pun intended. So it's much better for me. It's much better for me to to have the beard. At least to have something, you know? Trust me. Much better. All right. This time you meet inside Rabia's office, although now that you've seen it, the office seems like the wrong term. You find her stood in almost bare, shadowy unit. Midway through the sequence of stretches, there are 2 low stools and a terminal in the corner, but it seems that most of the space is taken up by a heavy punching bag, rubber matting, and a stack of weights. Let's go. When Rabia turns to greet you, you realize she is missing an arm. The prosthetic she usually wears is set on a cradle near the terminal, a web of colored wires running to it. Update, she says, noticing you looking where her artificial arm usually is. Nothing to worry yourself with. Of course. Sit, says Rabia, gesturing to the 2 diminutive stools. You both settle on the stools, Rabia crossing her legs on top and sitting straight backed. Jayed told me you have been doing the rounds, collecting ties, patrolling the ward. She smiles. Some of the enforcers are impressed, and I hear you handled a few difficult circumstances. Nicely done. I wanted to see for myself. See for what? How... if I can trust you. I see, Rabia flexes her neck side to side, and the conclusion? Still deciding. Well, Sleeper, Rabia says teasingly, please keep us updated on any progress. She smiles a thin smile. Joking aside, I know that for you, life on the Eye has been a struggle, but I hope we can do something about that from here onwards. Though some of our members may not see it this way, I know you too are a refugee. She looks at you solemnly. That is why you have come to us. Enough, Rabia. Sabine's voice cuts through the conversation. I'm tired of listening to your affected nobility. They cross the room, Rabia's baton in their hand, the end lit with sparking electricity. Ooh, it's happening. Rabia looks between the 2 of you. I suppose this ambush was another cooperation between you 2. She looks strangely unfazed. No, they're acting alone. Sabine pauses, thrown off for a moment by your renunciation. I didn't do nothing. Whoa, something's happening. Rabia takes the opportunity to act. She leaps from the stool, fainting past Sabine, grabs a baton and twists it inwards. She is by far the stronger, and she pushes Sabine to their knees, plunging the crackling end of the baton towards their chest. They freeze there, Sabine struggling to keep the crackling baton from their skin. Stop. Then you support them, Rabia says, her eyes not leaving Sabine. Your loyalties are so easily swayed. No, I just don't want you killing people. I thought you were more than Yannick's attack dog, Rabia. Sabine spits back. Are you not able to think for yourself? Rabia holds a baton strong, and for a moment you think she is about to hammer it down in Sabine's chest, but after a painful wait, she throws Sabine down instead, then spins the baton in her hand, thumbing the switch and shutting it off in a single move. Fight, 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 fight. I have stubble all the time because being clean shaven doesn't suit me at all. Same, but it all grows at very different rates. Some's curly and not so. I just have to keep it at one particular level. That's precisely how I felt for a long time. And there's definitely going to be a moment where, like a long time, where it's at an awkward stage for sure. But then like something happens. I don't know. I guess okay, I should just say this is what happened for me. Everybody's going to have a different experience, right? That's what happened for me. Now what? They both look at you, each still catching their breath as if they'd forgotten about your presence. Rabia cracks her neck. You are lucky I didn't kill you. I would have had every right, she shouts, the anger release of tension more than a threat. Sabine lifts themselves a little, bruised from the fall. They roll onto their side and cough. Rabia gives them some space, sitting back on the stool. Sabine props themselves up on their elbows and fixes Rabia with a hard stare. You have something to say, Rabia taunts? Say it. This is your final opportunity, because after this, no coming back. What's the point? Sabine breathes heavily. She refused to listen to criticism of the great Yadigan project. Rabia collects herself. Speak. She folds her arms and waits to be convinced. Sabine takes a breath, organizing her thoughts. They go to start, pause, then decide on another approach. Eventually they say it. Yannick is a traitor. Really? Rabia immediately flinches, her eyes going to her prosthetic arm, her muscles clenching, but she rides it out, more eager to prove Sabine wrong than she is to hurt them, at least for now. When I came here from SNARP, they glance at you, gauging your reaction. It was Yannick who was one of the first to support me, to look after me. I should have known then, but I was naive and afraid. Sabine turns to you, Sleeper. They take a breath. I know I should have told you I worked for Epsinarp long ago, but I thought you would abandon me, and you are my final friend. Ah. What you should know is that I left SNARP because I was running for my life. I leaked documents on the sleeper program, on the illegal and immoral practices it relied on, to the press. SNARP wanted me dead, and I fled as far as I could to this refuge at the edge of the surrogate systems. Sabine stops to collect himself. What does this have to do with Yannick? Rabai interrupts. The sleeper knows you are SNARP. I told them. And while you hide beneath the cover of being a whistleblower, you and I both know you worked on the sleeper program. Yannick told me as much. Sabine's face fell. It is true. They glance at you and then away, ashamed. They lift their head. But it is Yannick, not me, who is in the pocket of SNARP. Rabai flinches again. I can prove it. He made some kind of deal to keep me here, to tie me up in debt, to lock me away in exchange. Rabai slams her hand on the desk. Just tell us, for God's sake. Just, pff. I would do that for real if I didn't want to hurt my hand. It would hurt my hand. I tried to grow a beard in the pandemic. It got 3 months and just looked like a homeless person. Aw. An unhoused person, and just itched so much I just went back to stubble. You might, if you ever wanted to try again, were you using like beard oils and stuff? Because that does help. Using a beard oil and then getting like a brush to sort of brush it and scratch it at the same time can help, because that means the skin underneath is getting like too dried out. And once you do get an established beard, you don't have to oil it as much anymore, because then you got like the natural, it sounds gross, but you got like the natural oils from your hair. But again, it's not for everybody. Everybody's different. He has been using Yadigan Enforcers. Using you as test subjects for SNARP technology. I have the data to prove it. He's been bringing them in under the guise of stolen shipments and having me fit them, knowing each one is captured data and sending it back to its makers. Rabai's fixed expression has started to fade. Sabine produces a slate. It's all here. Thousands of hours of usage data, failure rates, error dumps. These are untested implants, Rabai. You could short out, fail, or cause cascading failures across a person's body. And they have. Sabine suddenly looks incredibly tired. I thought the error rate in the units was down to them being stolen or modified, and I've tried to fix hundreds of failures in my time here. Not all of them. They stop, unable to continue. Rabai closes her eyes and breathes in. Then she opens them again. She holds out a hand to Sabine. Show me, she says. See how the next few months go. When it gets colder and I'm outside all year round, I might try to grow it again. I also think age definitely has something to do with it too. As I got older, it got easier to do. That probably has something to do with like changing hormones and whatnot, but it did get easier. The more hair I started growing here, the more hair I lost up here, ironically though. I don't think they're technically connected, but it could be a hormonal thing where it's like testosterone. I think the more testosterone you have, the more your beard grows and the more your top hair goes away. So it just means I'm really tested up, you know? Later, much later, when you leave, Sabine is still taking Rabai through the manifests and usage data. Both of them crowded around the terminal as Sabine leads Rabai through each layer of Yannick's betrayal. As you leave, Sabine catches your eye and something passes between you. Something like a thank you or a sorry or some other expression that communicates both sadness and hope. Excellent. Okay. Drive complete. We have 2 upgrade points. Keep 2 dice even when condition is breaking. That might be nice. Reroll all of your dice once per cycle. That's kind of nice. Reroll all of my dice once per cycle. That's pretty cool. These ones aren't so bad. I'm going to keep what I have for this cycle, but let's see. If I just get a bunch of stinkers, it might be a good idea to do that. Because why not, you know? All right, we need 2 cycles, 3 cycles for you guys, which means I will go ahead and take this up here and make some money with what is left of my time. I'm so tired again. I'm so sorry, Bebo. You've been awake for, 2 hours. I'm so sorry. My energy went down. What the heck? I thought in my 40s it would have happened by now if it was going to. Wait. I still have the same hairline I've always had though, so maybe I'm low T. It doesn't necessarily mean that. May mean that your body processes it differently, but that is one of the things that can happen. You're not in your 40s. You're not in your 40s, are you? Oh, we shouldn't talk about age. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to talk about age. We're not supposed to talk about age. This is a new rule that I'm still getting used to. Are you really? I know I'm not supposed to talk about age, but I'm just... Holy cow. Okay, I'm not supposed to talk about age. It's mostly for like kids, but like we should keep it consistent. I shouldn't have asked. I think you can tell, but I shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have asked. Okay, I'm sorry, Ams. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking around nervously. I'm still trying to break the habit. But yeah. End cycle? Yeah, end cycle. Anyway, so yeah, some people just, some people genetically just get, I've always looked young, which used to be a curse and now is a blessing. Wow. We can just have a consistent age for everyone all the time. We just say everyone is the same age. A consistent age for everyone. Happy 21st birthday, everyone. Please. All right. Let's go eat first. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Here. Jeez, I got like, I don't know what I'm... Come on, get in there. Sorry, I got all flustered by my own rule. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. I would have had no idea, Banj. That... Good for you. Like, yeah, I think that's gonna be a blessing for you as you go in life. I'm a little okay. No, I can't talk about age. I'm just not even going to talk about it at all. Let's just stop talking about it entirely. How many more do we need here? We need probably 3 more cycles. Yeah. All right. Then let's go make more money, I guess, right? Or wait, actually, hold please. Let's go check on the mushrooms. Let's go check on the shrooms. If I'm anything like my dad and granddad, I'll have a full head of hair until my 70s and very little gray. That's very nice. Yeah, genetics play a big role in that too. Good for you. I'm happy for you. I am probably going to buzz my head. Give me another 5 years max. I'm excited to be every age from here on. Yeah, me too. Given that all of my brothers have done that same thing. My father has, I think he's done it too now. Last time I saw him. So that's great. That's what's in store for me. One of these days I'm going to get just so tired of the way that it looks that if I can finally convince my wife to let me just buzz it off. Maybe for my 40th birthday, I'll just buzz it. Yeah. Bard keeps talking about buzzing his as he's balding. He just needs a little shorter overall. It looks better. Mine does look better when I get a nice fresh cut, because then it doesn't look like you're like trying to like hide anything. My greatest like insecurity isn't even my hair. My greatest insecurity is people thinking that I'm like insecure about my hair. Isn't that weird? So maybe it just loops back around to insecurity. I don't know. But I find when it's shorter, I feel a little more confident because it's like, look, this is just the amount of hair that I have. When it's longer, I feel like people are thinking I'm trying to like, the comb over, like I hate that idea of like the guy who refuses to admit that he's balding and he's just combing his hair over to try to hide the bald spot. I hate that. I don't want to do that. I just want to embrace it. It is what it is. I am who I am. I am who I am. All right, we put some spores in there. I guess I could collect more spores. Why did I come back? Let's go collect some more. Collect spores. Boom. Boom. Start. 50-50. Oh, why did I even use that? It's 50% neutral. Oh, I guess, I mean, I got spores, so how bad could it have been, right? Right. Ending cycle. I don't think I'll shave my head. I don't really like this shaved bald look, but I do think that, like, you know, at a certain point, it's just keep it short, keep it super short, you know? I don't know. It'll be weird, but it'll happen. I just want to be, I want to be graceful. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean by that? I don't want to go kicking and screaming into that good night, you know? Got energy. All right, we're still waiting on that. So I could collect more spores, or I could make more money. Go make some more money. Remember the reroll option? Yes, these ones are pretty good. These ones are pretty good. I'd hate to lose these ones. If I get, if I had 2s and 3s, I think I would. If I had like only 1s, 2s, and 3s. What about kicking and screaming gracefully? Listen, whatever you need to do to make it work, you know? Can I reroll just one? Like if I do this now, oh, I can. Oh, and it gave me a 1. It gave me a worse one. Yuck. I should have done it earlier. All right, well, 50-50. Yeah, just took a little energy. Big deal. Random scrap item, nice. All right, end the cycle. Good morning, Bebo. It's about time you got here. So guys, I think we will be going till about 9:30 until Spooky starts his stream up. So just FYI, we have still another hour to go. I could make a lot of progress in an hour. We will see. Okay. All right, so I can use the good ones. All right, let's see what's going on here. As you enter Rabia's office, you hear voices. Is that Sabine? You push open the door. Sleeper, what good timing, Rabia calls as you enter. I wanted to introduce you to someone. The man is standing at the center of the room, speaking quietly with Rabia. He turns you as you come in. Meet Yannick. Oh no. Sleeper, he nods. Been hearing good things from Rabbi. He smiles an easy smile. Good to meet you. Likewise, likewise. He waves a ringed hand. Now, Rabbi, where were we? This is the traitor guy. This is the traitor. Actually, Rabia places a hand on your shoulder. The sleeper was what I wanted to talk to you about. She doesn't spare you a look. What is going on? Well, okay then. Yannick checks his hands into his pockets. Go on. I'd like to recommend them to your ward. A tiny pause. They have shown themselves to be a capable ally here on the Spoke side, but we have more than enough to run our territories. I hear the main block is proving more difficult. Yannick leans forward slowly. It's a mess, Rabbi. He waits, his tinted glasses shimmering despite the lack of light in the unit. I can use them, he suddenly decides. Rabia smiles. Good to hear. I can immediately... Yannick cuts her off with a raised hand. 1 second. He steps one surprisingly light step towards you. You are eager to work, Sleeper? What kind of work? A question. Yannick lowers his head and raises it again as if he dropped something. Nothing new for you, he answers, not quite looking at you. You don't follow. What is he saying? And that concludes it, Yannick pronounces. Sleeper can come work in the ward anytime they like. You shoot Rabia a confused look. Rabia finally glances at you for a moment, but it's so fast you almost miss it. Good, I know you'll be happy with their work, Yan. Yannick reaches out and squeezes her shoulder. Sure, Rabbi, he says. Now please. He says, turning to face you, let us old friends get back to it. He guides Rabia away, leaving you standing alone. You look at Rabia, but she is deep in conversation and so stunned and confused, you leave. I mean, we're setting it up to work for him, right? Patrol the block. Let's go. We got to get Yannick's trust so that we can take him down. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. All right, we're gonna re-roll these last two. Heck yeah, look at that, beautiful. Look at that. So yeah, I can re-roll, it'll re-roll everything that I have in the hand. So if I wait though, use my good ones and then re-roll the bad ones or the lower ones, might as well, right? All right, we're done with this day. I can't wait. I want to keep going. All right. See, like these, I'll use all these and then I'll re-roll that last one, because this re-rolls the entire hand if you click it. I'll probably use a stabilizer pretty soon. In fact, I'm gonna go and just buy one right now. We'll use one tonight at the end of the cycle. Okay. That's an awesome perk. It really is, yeah. It is. Okay, we gained Yannick's trust. Let's see what goes on. You almost laugh when you see it. The same small recorder stuck to a different wall this time. Written across the fluorescent tape is that familiar word, sleeper. You grab it quickly. Rabia says sorry. Sabine's voice sparks up once again. She said she didn't have time to brief you before setting it up with the old man. I'm sure you've got the play by now. Earn his trust, work the block. Then we need to get into his office. A pause. It's risky, but obviously you are the one of us who he doesn't already know. Either way, we need to locate the link to Essen Arp. You hear a shout in the background of the recording. Rabia says be careful. They're working together now. They like each other. Sabine continues. The data suggests there's some relay processing the implant data and sending it to Essen Arp. We can't lock down its position. Either he is moving or it's moving itself, or it's rerouting through other layers. We can't understand it. Maybe you can find some details in his office. Once he trusts you, you should be able to get close enough to get in the office. You only get one shot. The recording creaks and whines. That's the final piece of the puzzle to end this. A pause. Good luck, sleeper. I'm sorry too. Be safe. The recorder clicks off, leaving you in silence. You pocket the recorder just in case and walk away. Looks like it's up to you. It's all up to me. I think what I'll do is 100% positive. Yeah, there. Find the relay. Done. Continue. You look at the countermeasure on the drawer. It looks like some kind of shock trap. If you grab the drawer, you'd likely have thousands of volts running through your system right now. You wince. Once you find the anchor points, it comes away easily enough. You prise it? Is that how you spell pry? You pry it from the drawer quickly and quietly. No, prise it. That's not pry like P-R-Y. Prise it. It probably means to like grab it quickly or something, right? Listen in the footsteps in the corridor outside. Nothing. All clear now. You slide the drawer open, looking for other countermeasures that might be inside, expecting to see a chunk of tech, the relay. But as you slip it open, all you see is a handful of wires and an empty implant cradle. Is this some kind of mistake? You freeze for a moment, unsure what to do next. Why keep an implant cradle so carefully guarded? Remember Yannick having an implant, a small plate on the side of his head just above his ear. You assumed it was for hearing or vision. Those shimmering glasses of his come back to you in your memory, his strange movements, his speech. You look again at the cradle, and there it is, printed on the frame. Proprietary technology, property of Essen Arp. Rabia and the relay said the relay moved, that they couldn't get a fix on it. Yannick is the relay. Wow. The thought hits you like a shock. Yannick with a remote relay implanted in his head, networked to every single implanted enforcer in the low end. A shudder runs through you. Is he even in control, or has Essen Arp wormed its way into the man? Could he even be considered separate from the corporation itself? You think of your own legal status as proprietary technology, a puppet with cut strings. Time to cut Yannick's string then. You reach around inside the cradle and find it, a remote connection, a tiny bead of a transmitter, likely controlling the link to Essen Arp. There it is. You pause for a moment, then you squeeze it, snap it from the frame, and it crumbles, sparks, and dies. Takes a moment before the shouts come, before the scream. You're already on your way out, down the corridor, down through the unit that serves as a lobby to Yannick's office. Then out into the walkway where Yannick lies still, enforcers gathered around him, bemused. I kind of want to approach. Prise is the action of prying. Why wouldn't you just say you pry, P-R-Y? I've never seen it spelled that way. Maybe I've never seen it spelled. I don't know. Like if you like you're gonna pry this from my cold dead hands, you would say P-R-Y, right? You pause through, or not say, but that's how you'd spell it, right? You push through the crowd, and there he is, still crumpled. You arrange him a little, lie him down properly, feeling how thin his body is under his suit. You wonder how long he's been like this, a puppet for S and Arp. With the connection cut, nothing remains but his body, which means that Yannick, the man, has gone a long time before now. You place a hand on his chest. You're sorry for him, but it's done now, and you did not kill this man. You've seen enough. The connection is cut, and whatever Yannick was or had become is gone. Your anger is a hard core in your chest, and all of it is focused on S and Arp. Wow. Okay. Now we need... Low End is wild with stories about Yannick's death. You're still waiting on Rabbi to get in touch. 4 cycles. 4 more cycles. Ascend to the hub. Pry or pry are largely interchangeable in meaning, both referring to the act of forcing something open or moving it using a lever or similar tool. However, pry is more common in American English, while pry is preferred in British English. Well, I mean, this makes sense then, right? We're gonna re-roll this one. Boom, for a 4. Let's go. And we got some random scrap. I do like that. I like that re-roll a lot. I like it a lot. All right, well then let's just continue on, shall we? We need 4 more cycles for that. We'll do a stabilizer next. We'll do a stabilizer next. Let's have some food. Let's go check on the shrooms, shall we? Across the greenway. This guy right here, right? Time to harvest shrooms. Come on, give me the big boys. Yes. Yes. Give me another club head. Yes. Reroll. Oh, I like that. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice. All right. Back to you, and we're gonna give you 2 of these. And it just gives me a stabilizer. What does she mean by like what the Greenway tells you? The Greenway is not telling me anything. All right, anyway. Back with some oolong tea. Ooh, nice. I like a good oolong. All right, we're gonna go ahead and use a stabilizer. And cycle. Beautiful. What kind of oolong tea is it? Like, what flavors are we talking? Doo-doo-doo. Look at those die. Look at them die. Oof. Oof. They look so nice. Just plain oolong? You don't have like a... Sometimes the oolong has like a fruity aftertaste or note in it too, doesn't it? I thought oolong was just a style of tea and not the flavor. Maybe I could 100% I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong about most things. Okay, so nothing happened over here. I wish you could just put 3 in at a time instead of having to do 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, you know? Sure, let's... I don't know. Well, let's not collect spores. We already have 3. I think I'd rather collect scrap, maybe? Let's use the good ones. It's just a standalone team. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. What else can we do to end this cycle as quickly as we can? Make some money? Let's make some money, boys. Flavored oolong sounds pretty yummy, though. A lot of the ones I've seen have like some kind of like, I don't know, a raspberry oolong, or I don't know. I suppose you could just have plain oolong too, right? Yeah. All right, and we're ending this one here. End cycle. I'm gonna go eat some food for 15 cryo. And then one more cycle. Dang it. Darn it. Sand. I'm just wasting the, not wasting the cycle. I'm making money, so I'm not fully wasting the cycle, but I'm probably gonna have more money than I even need to, like, yeah. I'm gonna re-roll both of these. Oh yeah, look at that. I took a risk on one of them, but both of it paid off. Look at that. All right, let's go finish this cycle, and then hopefully something will happen. Okay. Hello? Even before you enter the office, you can hear the sound of Rabia working the heavy bag. She's hammering it, the chain creaking as it shakes with each hit. Should be me. She's been like this since Sabine doesn't finish the sentence. They're sitting on a stool looking at the terminal in the corner, searching through the S and ARP data you pulled from all those cycles ago. How have you been? I'm well, Sleeper. Happy to no longer be hunted, they smile. Yadigan has plenty to deal with, and without Yannick, I'm free. They glance nervously at Rabia. Rabia stops punching, and in the silence, you can hear her breathing hard. Sabine looks over at her, and you sense something between them. You realize you haven't seen them together since they tried to kill each other in the same unit. A lot has changed since then. They hooked him up like a puppet. Rabia hits the bag, rigged that thing in his head so they could control him, push the old Yannick out. I don't know why he let them in. Rabia throws a few more punches, but it's a lesson. Don't let them in. Another flurry. Yadigan shouldn't deal with corporations, and we never will again. She spits. She comes away from the bag. At least Yannick's death has been treated as natural. There's a chance we come back from this, that Yadigan can hold on, but there are opportunists trying to take control. Sabine turns to you. Yes, but now now the connection has been broken. I've been looking at removing the trackers from the implants of Yadigan's enforcers. It's a significant job, but I think with time I can do surgeries. Baya walks away from the bag towards the far side of the unit. Those surgeries will never happen if Yadigan collapses, she shouts back at Sabine. Clearly this well-worn argument in this unit. What now? Sabine looks over at Rabia. I want to help fix this mess if I can. There's the implants, and I want to return to my surgery. The low end needs doctors. What I understand now is that Yadigan can be something if we want it to be. Coming here from S and ARP from the core worlds, all I saw was a gang, and with Yannick keeping me on a tight leash, they shudder. That's hilarious. Thanks, Bebo. Thanks, buddy. Rabia believes, and I want that belief. They look unsure. I also want to be done with S and ARP, but I doubt they are done with me. They glance away, rubbing their shoulders. Are you in, Rabia? Sabine fixes you with a look. Yes, Sleeper. Isn't that obvious? They smile. Great. They hooked up. They got together. I've been wanting to say, Sabine begins nervously, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you where I came from. I know I've apologized before, but I want to again. They pause. Properly. When I leaked the data on the Sleeper program, it was to try to help people like you. They grit their teeth. But after all the cycles here, being pushed down, pushed around, trying to survive, all that got away from me. So when you turned up, it shook me up. They ran a hand through their hair, but I ended up here, so they look at Rabia. Oh, of course. They reach into a pocket and take out a handful of vials. These are the last of the case. You can have them. They drop them into your hands. After these last few, I don't know what we can do. With the SMARP connection broken, they look down, but I know there are other ways. Repairs, other pharmaceuticals. I haven't heard there are some labs out there on the Greenway. Perhaps they can help. They meet your eye. I'm sorry I can't do more. What I should have done if I had known this was coming is go buy a ton of it. Go like use most of my money on it. Thank you for everything. They look away, their eyes bright with tears. Rabia crosses back to you and sits beside Sabine. They look at each other and you can't help but smile at the idea of them together. What are you two plotting? Rabia grins. Sabine laughs and the sound is a welcome one. You watch the two of them teasing each other and smile. Later when you leave, you take that handful of vials out of your pocket and look at them. You can still feel that core of anger deep down inside and you don't know if it will ever leave. But SNARP doesn't own you anymore. They can't, because this place, these people own you. They are what makes you get up every cycle, and they are what keeps you breathing. You put the vials away and walk through the low end. Your senses tuned to every sight, every smell, every sound, soaking it all in, living. Wow, so now... Yeah, shoot, it's gone. Ooh, that makes me nervous. I kind of wish I could go. I wish there was a save system. Yeah, saved 12 seconds ago. It's all auto save. There's no manual save. If I had known that was coming, I have 590 credits. I would have bought up more. I have 6, which is pretty nice, but I would have bought up a lot more than that. So maybe hard to kill is gonna be a good thing to get. I only have 1 point, so we'll confirm on that one. Self-repair and hard to kill might be something that's important going forward. Oof. Oof. You know? Big ol' oof. I should have bought more. I should have been buying. I shouldn't have been sitting on all these credits. That would have been so smart. Ugh. If I had known, I had a feeling that at some point that was gonna go away. Now I can make more doing this whole thing, but this thing is kind of annoying. It takes a long time, and then you're not even guaranteed to get the mushrooms that you want, you know? All right, guys, well, I mean, there's no more drives. This is the expansion. Ooh, thank you so much, Pretty Prime Stream. Thank you for 6 months of Amazon Prime. As I like to say, another day, another dollar, and another dime from Amazon Prime. Do you like that? I feel like Spooky will appreciate that. I've been trying to make it a thing and no one else likes it but me. Another day, another dollar, another dime from Amazon Prime. Don't steal it. If I hear somebody else say it, I'm gonna be mad. See, I knew it. I knew you were gonna steal it. No one else likes it. I want to have a thing. I want to have a thing that I say that's mine, you know? I want to have branding. What do I do? What do I do here? Oh, I've never done any of this. Midline runs automated freight down from Free Spoke. They need skilled operators. It just gives me cryo. Okay, I'm a little bit confused because, let me show you. I have finished all of my drives here. The only thing that's left here is this, and this is another episode. This is an expansion. So does that mean I've finished? I'm done with the game? It kind of feels like it. I hate to look up spoilers though, but I feel like the main story's done. You can just kind of survive now. And yeah, they added on other episodes, but I wasn't planning on doing like expansion content. Mrs. Nonder also checked in. Thanks for checking in. Did the Greenway lady ask for more info on samples? So she said to tell me what the Greenway says to you, and the Greenway doesn't say anything to me. I don't have a drive for her for that at all. I've given her several samples and she gives me stabilizer, but that's it. That's all she's ever given me is stabilizer. I guess I can go some more cycles and see if something happens here. But like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Let me get some scrap. Mrs. Nutter has checked in 90 times. She's awesome. Reroll. Boom! Look at that. At least I got one of these. Scrap components. I wish I could reroll these ones, but I cannot. What can I put them into? What can I put ones into? The commune. Technically, I don't really need the energy though. I don't want to waste them on anything else, so I'll just spend them here. Don't really need the energy, but I want to end the cycle, so let's see what happens. Didn't realize she was the one giving you the stabilizers. Yeah, like, well, it was that Yadigan place that enforced it. But I should have just bought a ton of them. But I've got 6, and I don't think there's anything left to do. I kind of feel like that was the main story. Just kind of weird. I didn't get any kind of like, you know, I've freed myself from Essen Arp. I found a place on the station. I've made friends. Like, I don't exactly know what else. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. And here we can give me that. Okay. I'm gonna go one more cycle just to see what might happen here. But the problem is it's all random. Okay, I got to the honey that all stayed at the bottom of the mug, and it's so sweet. I hate that. Yeah. You gotta constantly stir it, otherwise it always settles. All right, let's see. All right, we got harvest mushrooms. Let's use this one. And then I think I'm gonna re-roll all 3 of these. Done. All right, not bad. Not bad. I did get 2 club head caps, so that's good. I got another club head. Okay, and that's done. I can't do any more. But I can sacrifice this for some energy for the commune. Looks like an early lad lately, huh? Okay, so all I do is come in here and I give her the club heads. And when I give her club heads, I get, boom, I get stabilizer. There's no, like, do this amount of times. Usually there would be like a ticker here to tell me what to do next. But like, you know, it feels like this, if it hadn't been for this expansion, this feels like it would be the end, right? I hate to Google it because I'd hate to have spoilers, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Let me go make sure I didn't miss anything else. Maybe there's something I haven't discovered. Let's go up. Oh yeah, what about the dock? Oh, I haven't scouted. Oh, that's right. Wait, I haven't done this. Oh, okay. Remember, we're trying to find a way. I'm hoping to find a way that, what's his name? Not Feng. The guy with the kid. I'm hoping to find a way for the guy with the kid to get out. So I'm close to that one. Let me try that one. 60 just to sleep there? No, thank you. Okay, let's go start the next day. Hang on, let me do this first before one of you Googles it. I did forget it. I'm surprised this wasn't part of my drive. Okay, let's try this. If we're gonna go another 30 minutes, I need to head off and try to find some Sudafed. Yeah, I'm going till 9:30 to hopefully when you start, hopefully, because I'd love to raid into you. Morning, Kelt, how's it going? Let's order some fungus, because I'm a real fun guy, get it? What? What? Buy AMs? What? Our names are the same color. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that did look like Spooky Deer. Oh my gosh. I know. I thought you were, okay. I was like, wow, Spooky's got to get some Sudafed. Okay, I thought one of you guys did something, but it was me that messed it all up. Away on board. Continue. Quite the achievement, isn't she? Sundry Silas must be proud. You turn quickly to see a figure hooded and tucked into the shadows near the viewing platform. Do I know you? Sadly, no, but I know you, or at least I have seen you passing through the low end. You shouldn't rush through so much. The low end's pleasures tend to reward the wanderer. He looks around, but the platform is clear. We should be quick in our conversation. I don't wish to unsettle you. I deal in data, and I believe you might have need of some. Castor walks out to stand beside you in the platform. The telltale clunk of magnetic boots accompanies his slow crossing. He notices you looking at them. I don't much like it up here, he explains. I hear there was some trouble in the Haven Age shipyard when they announced the results of the crew lottery. Yeah, I was there. I know. He sighs, meeting your eye. An ugly business. Silas are too used to the way things work in the core. Exploitation is the only logic they know. He gestures out at the side rail. You know why they built this monstrosity on the eye? Probably money. That was part, perhaps, but there are cheaper shipyards. Which shipyard would be cheaper than us? I'm not ripping Sudafed before a stream. I was like, oh yeah, maybe he's not feeling well. So he's like ripping the feds right before. F the feds. Listen, wood. What does Sudafed do to you that would not rip it before a stream? That's an Ark. Good morning, Ark. But yeah, like AMS. If you're not feeling well and you gotta go get some Fed. If you gotta go rip a Fed, that's completely fine. You'll be fine. We'll be good. It's pretty quiet around here. Silas built it here, says Castor gravely, because they didn't want anyone to know it exists. He rubs his forehead, and secrecy is something I cannot abide. He turns to face you. There are people being loaded onto that ship as we speak. Sleeping people locked in cryosleep like the person you were emulated from. There are hundreds of them, and Silas wants to send them out to a planet at the edge of the settled system without anyone knowing where it is. But you, Sleeper, can do something about that. You're like me, you deal with data. You can read it right out of the air. With someone like you on that ship, secrecy isn't a problem. You can ping back whatever I need, whenever I need it, as long as you are on board. With you on the side rail and with some minor modifications, he pauses, you can be my eyes and ears. I'll keep track of Silas's grand project through you. In short, I can get you aboard, Sleeper, but I'm going to need you to help me. What if I disagree? Then I doubt you'll find a way onto that ship out there. It's not just me. Yes, your friend Lem. That can be arranged. It's difficult, but not impossible. The condition is, of course, that you go to... I was about to say, like, I wouldn't mind at this point, based on where the story goes, to send Lem and his kid, and I would stay. Because, like, I'm finding, like, a place here. Like, I matter here. Castor clunks closer to the window, watching the tugs wheeling around the side rail. It's a simple offer, and the only one that will get you on that ship. Please consider it. He turns back, silhouetted against the ship. But to make it happen, I need your assistance. As I said, there's a Silas Foundation ship docked in the now empty shipyard. I need the data from its servers that will allow me to produce the IDs necessary for your transit. Castor looks over his glasses at you. Silas aren't stupid enough. Their ship is totally isolated from the station. You need to get on board if you want access to their air-walled servers. Once you have the data, meet me at your friend's unit so we can give him the good news. I noticed his importance to you. And the little one, so cute. If you don't extract the data before the Sidewheel Horizon leaves the hub, then I will get the message. We have other options, but you are certainly my preferred one. But be sure when you act, Sleeper, once you take the data from Silas, you'll set off a series of events that will likely be hard for you to untangle yourself from. Either way, I recommend you stop asking around up here. If you're bringing a lot of attention to yourself, you are bringing a lot of attention to yourself. Castor glances around as if to emphasize the point. There are only a handful of cycles until departure, Sleeper. Make your decision. With that, Castor marches back off the platform, the sound of his mag boots fading away, leaving you to contemplate the Sidewheel Horizon and the part it might play in your future. There we go. We found a new drive. Castor has offered a second chance. What do we think? Like, I really do feel like I would love to get Lem and his daughter off the station, but like, I don't feel like I want to leave now. It's going to be here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cycles. In several cycles, the Sidewheel Horizon will set off. You'll either be on board or not. But I want him to be on board. Like, I want Lem to go. Because if I don't, is Lem gonna be mad at me? This feels more like an end. We found a drive. This feels more like an end though as well. This feels more like either I stay or go. Again, like me as the person in the game, I think I'd stay, honestly. This is kind of like my home, you know? Let's close that. Bluff past security. The fastest way to get to know the ship is by pretending to work there. A plan so bold it might even work. Observe and explore. Careful observation and instinct for security procedures will help you understand how to sneak on board. Okay. This one's a little more risky. Nice. Did it. We did it. Okay. You're in. Maybe if you do this right, you might be able to pull something more than just IDs. All right. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just do something there other than just like waiting it out. It'd be kind of boring to just be like, let's not do anything. Let's just see what happens. Shall we? I hear the missus out there vacuuming. She must be in a cleaning mood this morning. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Like, I do want to save the kiddo, but like, I kind of want to stay. You know, but I feel like I'd probably regret it if we don't get the kiddo out. Yeah. Hey, listen, when you're right, you're right. Save the cheerleader, save the world, you know? I think I'm going to re-roll this, by the way. I'm going to go use the one that I have that's a definite yes, and then I'm going to re-roll the rest of these. All right, here we go. Ooh, I got 53 cryo from that. Oof, not great rerolls there. All right. Did I do it? You only get to do this once per action? Oh, the data's already extracted. Okay, we're done. We're done there. Now what? Oh, here we go. Gotta go to Lem's. When you arrive at Lem and Mina's unit, Castor is already waiting outside, leaning beside the door. Forgive me, Sleeper, but Silas is already buzzing with news of the breach. I was expecting you. Will this work? Don't worry, the breach cannot be traced to your specific IDs. I'm about to create. Castor reaches into a pocket and produces a sleek green and white hand terminal. The data, please. Hand it over. You hand over a drive with the data. The Castor fishes around for a converter cable to hook it up. He slots it into the terminal, and after some worrying, a set of 2 transparent films marked with numeric sequences are produced. 2 tickets to an uncertain future. The child will go with Lem, of course. He pockets them. These are yours, but first, he holds out a white cube. Your side of the deal. What is it? Something to help us make use of you. He passes you the square and you rest it in your palm, a small white perfect cube. Suddenly you feel a sharp pain and flinch. The cube jumps from your hand and rattles along the walkway like a dice. You look at Castor apologetically. Not to worry, it has done its job. Now it is for you to do yours. You look down and see a tiny pinprick in the center of your palm. Nothing sinister? Castor puts the terminal away. That way we can keep track of you on the sidereal horizon. You put another tracker in me? I just got rid of my tracker. You did, Sleeper. Castor adjusts his glasses. You have to understand that I could have done this without you knowing. This way everything is on the table, so to speak. Castor hands you the transparent films and you see shimmering portraits of you and Lem flickering beneath the surface. Go, give them the good news. He reaches across and buzzes the unit. Lem slides the door open, half dressed in his gear. Sleeper, what brings you up here? Come in. He beckons you inside. You look to the side, expecting to see Castor, but the wall is empty. The unit is cleaner, better organized than last time. Lem sits at the thin bar and gestures for you to sit. Mina's with some of the local kids. Someone has started doing lessons down the way. She seems to like it. Let's sit. You sit at the bar. What's up, Sleeper? I have some news. Out with it. I have Silas ideas. The child deserves so much more than this station. You're right. Yep. You're right. You understood the cheerleader reference, huh? You have... Lem freezes. How? He blinks rapidly as if to wipe you from his vision. Does that mean we're leaving? Lem stands up and paces around the unit. We have to pack, he starts laughing. Holy we have to pack. He turns back to you smiling. How the hell did you swing this, sleeper? I made a deal. What a deal. Color me impressed. You show him the ID films and he whistles at the portraits. Impressive stuff. He pats you on the shoulder. You should stay until Mina gets home. We can tell her together. Sure. The buzzer goes. That'll be her. Lem gets up and opens the door, and Mina, a bundle of energy and life, rushes into the room. Robot, she shouts. Lem picks her up. Mina, you won't believe what they brought us. You flash her the passes and she looks confused. We're gonna go away after all, Meanie. He lifts her up above her head on that big, beautiful ship. Mina screams and Lem laughs. He puts Mina down and she runs over to you and hugs your legs. I love you, robot. Ugh. She says quietly so only you can hear. I love you too. And a while later when you leave, you don't even think to check for Castor by the door until it's too late. You stop and turn halfway down the walkway, but there's nothing there. Even that little white cube is gone. So you keep walking back through the low end, deep in thought, excited and scared all at once. Such a precious child. She is. You're right. You're right. She deserves a better life. But like, man, I'm leaving a lot. Like I personally have a lot on this station that like, you know? Do we go up? Do we go up to the car? Do we have to wait until the departure, I guess? Probably, huh? Maybe there'll probably be another decision point here, I would assume. Only got like 15 minutes. Can I finish this in 15 minutes? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something wild here, gang. I'm ending the cycle with dice. Ready? Jardicus. Be-bye Bobardicus. How you doing, Jardy? Jarding? Jardalicious? Leave. Okay. Wait for preparations to be completed. Yeah, I guess we just gotta burn through cycles here. I guess what we could do is like, because we can probably take Cryo with us, right? Just make a whole bunch of money. How you doing, Jard?
It's Chuck Norris's water.
All these people I've met that are so nice to me. Thank you for the roundhouse kick of hydration. I need that. And thank you for checking in Ark and Jard. I need another one of those. Reroll. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. I'm just gonna make a bunch of money and skip everything. Yeah, it's nice to have you here, buddy. We're going just a little bit later today because I want to raid into Spooky when he starts his thing. So we'll be going probably in about 15-ish minutes, give or take. And I'm also close, I think, to finishing this game. So I'm trying my best to just wrap things up as quick as I can. Do one more of those. Eat a little bit. I never left the rim. The bounty hunter shot you? Oh no, is that how yours ended? Oh, I hated that guy so much. I hated him so very much. Ugh. Ethan? Ugh. Ugh. Wow. That's a way to end it. That was the end of the game and he never played it again. Wow. I wonder what I would have done in that instance. I might have also been like, yeah, I'm good, I'm done. I'm basically using up the dice now, just in case, especially money I figure is probably the best bet here. Is just in case, like, we're about to get on and then somebody like shakes me down, is like, you better give me 500 cryo or I'll tell everybody. And I'll be like, here, take it, you monster, you know? Would be funny if you got only bad endings on stream. That would have been pretty funny. Never trust in Ethan. Such good advice. Such great advice. Jeez, and of course you're giving me like really freaking amazing dice right now. That would have been about my style though, wouldn't it, Clumsy? Maybe if we play Andromeda. I don't remember if Andromeda had multiple endings. I actually don't think it does. I think it also kind of fizzles out towards the end too, because there was supposed to be like big expansions coming and they never happened. So Andromeda, as I recall, just really kind of fizzles towards the end. Let's see, we're about halfway there. I'd sleep up there if it didn't cost so much freaking money. And the funny thing is there's no save points other than the autosave, so like you can't really like experiment with like what would have happened if I would have done this. Like, it's sorry. I want to keep my 5 dice, so I'm gonna keep my condition up a little bit. I think that's probably the best way to do it. No Life is Strange in here. Should I play Life is Strange? I've been interested in that. I've never played it before. There we go. It's so good. I saw there was a new game. It wasn't Life is Strange. It might be by the same people. It's like a similar style game, and I was watching some people play that and it looked kind of interesting too. Reroll. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'll add it to the list. That'd be a good idea. All right, back down. We're just gonna do this over and over and over. Life is Strange is decent. The new game is in the Life is Strange series. Okay, I thought it might be by the same people, as far as I understand. Oops, I didn't mean to hit leave. I meant to hit finish or end cycle. Oh man, let's see what kind of choice they leave us with after this. You know, I bet that's why like the time to play is so messed up on this, because if you can just get shot by Ethan, that was pretty early in the game. Like, I bet you that's why like the time to finish is such a weird variety of time, because yeah, it can happen. Life is Strange does have a new game, but I think the one you're talking about is Lost Records is the one I was talking about. Yeah, how did you know? Lost Records Bloom and Rage. Probably because the title is so unique. I was like, what is this? Bloom and Rage. Yeah, it was something about, there was this girl getting like bullied by this guy on a motorcycle. That was the clip that I saw. I'm gonna re-roll all of these. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You need to play Lost Records? All you have to do is not make enough money to pay him off because you have the worst dice rolls. Yeah, I could see that, yeah. Gosh, I hated him so much. I'm so glad I didn't. I wish that his ending in my playthrough had been a little more satisfying, because once I got rid of the tracker, he just kind of like gave up and left. But like, I wish his ending would have been more like, I wanted to just, you know, just with his face, just put his face right there, just ugh. Anyway, scrap. I forgot to do this one time, so let's do it one more. I just want to keep that last dice, at least. I want to stay stable as long as I can. We gotta be getting close. We're getting close, gang. I had to save right before he showed up, so like I tried to fight him too. You did? Okay. You had like the auto save. It didn't go well. Oh no. Yeah, there's a little more variance here than I thought there would be, you know? Oops, dang it. I didn't mean to hit leave. I meant to hit start. All right, re-roll. Not bad. Nice, 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 nice. All right, one more cycle. Here we go, guys. Here we go, gang. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Where's my home? There's my home. Wait, no, that's not my home. What do I... It's all the way over here. My old shipping container. Okay. What the F is up with all these people in the marathon category playing literally anything but marathon? Well, marathon isn't out yet, but there's supposed to be a gameplay reveal. Is it today? I'm excited to see the gameplay. Yeah, it's weird that they even have a category for it yet, though. But I guess it's people waiting. They're probably gonna stream it later on when it starts, I'd assume. Having seen this game, I'd be interested in try something similar. This particular game, Citizen Sleeper. All right, Lemon Mina. There's a crowd, but as you spot Lemon Mina immediately, you spot Lemon Mina as you enter the dock. I can't read. I'm so excited. They're waiting at the cordon where Celis security are checking the crew in to board the ship. Those that manage to get up to the hub are crowded near the entrance, but even they know their chance of getting on board has long gone. Lem spots you among the crowd. Sleeper, we're here. They're standing beside a bag which looks to carry all the possessions they have. It's small enough to be carried in one hand. Hi, Mina. Mina is vibrating with excitement. She seems strangely at home in microgravity, but then you remember that she spent her whole life in space. Hi, robot. You hand over the Celis ID film to Lem, keeping your own. He turns it back and forth in the light. Where did your friend even get this picture, Sleeper? Looks like my old Conway ID. You look, and a shimmering younger Lem stares out at the film, harder and clean cut. I spoke to the guard here, he nods. To the white and green clad security officer. They'll be doing orientation and role assignment on board. Sounds like we're going to be working under the core crew, kind of like an intern. He laughs. What do you think, Meanie? Am I too old to be an intern? Following Lem's lead, you inspect your ID. As you lift the film up to light, you see something strange, something that makes you flinch. The face printed in the film is one you recognize immediately, but it's not you? At least it's not how you look now. You squint at this ghost, confused why you hadn't noticed earlier. It's a picture you remember being taken, a memory that you didn't know you had. You remember signing the forms, the walk to the sleeper tanks, the cold metal floor. You remember the SNARP employee who helped you in, her smile clean and surgical. You freeze in place, thinking of the you that still sleeps somewhere in an SNARP facility, that won't wake up until you are recovered and disposed of, and now you're leaving. Will they ever wake up? Dang. There's a Twitch badge for Marathon, really. New Marathon isn't even out yet, but the old one is, and these folks are playing the category playing Repo and Monster Hunter in the Wilds. Yeah, I bet they're waiting for the gameplay. But yeah. It feels like we might be getting to an end. That's like, no, please, don't think it's probably COVID at this stage, but I don't blame it on, like, okay. All right, thanks, Bebo. Sleeper, Lem interrupts your thoughts. These guys want us on board. You stare at him without thinking, then notice the guard gesturing you both to come forward. You all kick off and float over to them, steadying yourselves on the guard rail. You hang back, letting Lem present his ID film first. The guard slides it across the white machine, much like the one Castor printed them from. You reflectively rub the puncture mark on your hand, reflexively, even though there's no trace of it now. It seems to be your destiny to be someone else's tool. Lem and Mina are waved through, the guard smiling at her excited face. Lem turns back to check you are coming. The guard beckons you closer. I could stay. I could let them go and I could stay. I don't want to be somebody else's tool. I'd break her heart. I would. It would. Shoot. This is a hard decision. You shake off your doubts and hand over the ID film. The guard barely looks at it as they pass it through the scanner and wave you through. A new life built from old things. You okay? Lem asks, concerned as you catch up with him. You were so slow, robot, Mina teases, grabbing at you with small hands. I'm good. Lem nods and you realize how much harder it must have been for him to cross that threshold. Real, I mean, he seemed ready. He was like, let's go. Mina struggles in his arms, trying to get to you, and Lem relents, struggling with both the bag and his daughter. Mina tumbles through the microgravity and grabs onto your clothes for purchase, pulling herself into your arms. You all proceed up the walkway, the entrance to the docking bridge yawning wide in above you. We're a family. Are we family robots? Stop. Not exactly. Come on, heartless. Of course, I guess so. Mina smiles and presses her head against your chest, pleased by your answer. You keep moving up in the docking bridge, then along that thin glass-walled connector, all the time Mina clutching onto you. The lack of gravity means you can't feel her weight, only the grip of her small hands on your clothes. You both stare wide-eyed at the vast hull of the sidereal horizon and try to think of this huge machine as a home. Later, when you settle in your bunk after Mina has finished running back and forth between you and Lem with an endless and infectious excitement, you find yourself looking at your ID film once more. Somehow, since the last time you looked at it, the image seems to have changed. It's still a picture of the old you, the person that signed up to have their consciousness copied and placed in the ownership of SNARP. But something else has crept into the image, an underlying sense of self-identification. This is also a picture of you now. Aw, you're just a Roomba. You're not family, you're just our Roomba to us. Original Marathon is free. Just download it and play it if you're gonna be in the category. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah. And people are farming it's a big deal. I mean, Marathon is a make or break for Bungie. It is either going to save the company or shutter it for forever. The you that survived the eye, that made friends there, that found a way out, that escaped against all odds, but all the people I'm leaving behind. The other you might never wake up, they might never live again, but so be it. They consigned you to a doomed life for their own gain. Their life is yours now. You will live better than they ever could. You lie back in your bunk as the thrust of the sidereal's vast engines kick in. This feeling, this rumble, will be your constant companion for the next decades. It will be there when you work, when you watch Mina grow, when you dream of the planet at the end of the journey. It will stay with you when your body starts to fail, despite the best attempts of Lem and Mina, as the years stack up and it exceeds. Come on. Bungie will always have Destiny. I don't know how profitable Destiny is now. Yeah. Marathon's an FPS, the original Marathon, yeah. The first, I think it was the first one to use the mouse to move up and down, right? Or am I right about that? Yeah, the mouse look, yeah. Yeah. It'll be the thing you wake up to in those rare moments of consciousness between which Mina will keep you in a frozen state in the hope of preserving you until your destination is reached. We're not even gonna make it. We're not even gonna make it. It will still be there when Mina wakes you, tears in her eyes to tell you of, oh God. Screw you, game. Hey, Kelt, thanks for checking in, buddy. How you doing? How are you right now? How are you? I can't even read it. You guys can read it for yourself. I've done enough reading, dang it. But for now, in this moment of departure, it's still a new sound, a new feeling. And because of this, it is filled with the promise of the future. And so you settle back on your bunk and close your eyes, and in the moments you are sleeping a perfect dreamless sleep, the most peaceful that you can ever remember. That sucked. No. That's good. That's the good ending, right? Is this the good one? Because is there a better ending? This is the good one for sure. Ugh. The best possible ending, probably. I don't know. It still felt like it definitely, I could totally see why the sleeper would want to stay on the station. But you're right. It would break their heart. It would, ugh. Ugh, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what that ending was like. We did it. And the station will live on. The station will be better because of our time there too. You know? We did it. We did it. So I wonder, is the next game on the ship, or is it? It's probably about somebody completely different, huh? Quit. Get out of here. Get out of this game. I mean, interesting game. Definitely the story is 100% worth. 100% worth that game. Even if the gameplay was kind of you know, that was 100% worth the time, I think. What do you guys think? Clumsy found out about hey Bebo. Hey, he's here. Let's do it. All right. Nothing. Raid, I have to learn how to type his name, spooky_DER, but the O's are zeros. Pff, can you imagine having O's for zeros? There we go. I've not got to do this in so long. This is gonna be so much fun. Why can't I hear him? Oh, it's because it's on here. Okay, shh, quiet. All right. Okay, we're back. Where's my music? Oh, my jazz playlist ended. There we go. It's back. All right, everybody. We're going to go over to Spooky Deer. We have an absolutely wonderful time. Yeah, so Citizen Sleeper 2 just came out recently. I don't think we'll run into Citizen Sleeper 2 right now. We'll talk about it over the Discord, about what we're going to play on Monday, but we'll be starting a new game Monday. I love starting a new game on a Monday. I love that so much because it's just such a great way to start the week, you know? So I'm excited for that. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful weekend. I'm going to go shed some more tears, you know, but it's been another day, another dollar, another dime from Amazon Prime. But yeah, I'll see you all same time, same place, same different game. Probably. Let's talk about it in Discord. Thank you, Old School, for being here. I appreciate you all. You're all wonderful people. Go say hello to Spooky. Go say happy belated birthday, I guess. I love his shirt. I need to get his shirt. All right. Bye, guys. See ya.